Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Products of Our Environment, Episode 3. I'm Chris, and I just wanted to ask everyone how they're doing.
Pretty good.
Doing pretty great, you know.
How's
Same
everyone
old
else
bull. Same old
as
bull.
Definitely
doing good.
Yeah,
doing?
seriously.
When we tried to record a cold open and it didn't go well.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, this is only take, 3.
Yeah,
only
I think
no
we-
big
oh,
deal
take
when
3 for
we
episode 3. That's pretty
Epitode.
appropriate. Epitode, right?
Epitode.
Yeah, epitome.
So, what's everyone been up to recently? What have you guys been doing?
So I've been working
Yeah?
and working.
Great.
Other than
Wow,
that,
Hey,
I
good.
feel
Hey,
that.
good for you, Ross.
feel
Good
that.
for
it
you,
is
Ross.
interesting. Like there's things in between, but like
What
I
are
can't
the-
collaborate on like what we're about to.
I mean, you
Elaborate?
did finally get a car.
You're
That's
right.
true, that's
I
nice.
did get a car.
You did.
2013 Subaru
There you go.
Oh,
Legacy.
nice.
You know, yeah, factual.
About fucking time.
Shout out my guy Joe. He got a Subaru as well.
I used to have a Subaru.
Subaru's a good car.
It was a piece of shit, but
Yours wasn't that bad.
It was-
I've been in that car a couple times. It was not that bad.
it wasn't great. I couldn't see at night.
Joey's was way worse.
I couldn't see at night. Like I had to have high beams on just to see.
So this is
Hey.
an ad for Subaru. Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is now Subaru, a
Not a
sponsor.
sponsor.
Yeah,
This
well-
Hey
podcast-
Subaru,
this podcast
you
now brought
cost
to you
us,
by
you
Subaru.
know, like I don't know how much this podcast. Couple dollars.
Anyway.
So, a couple of us started new jobs recently. That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, who else? There was one other one.
Yeah.
I started at the gas
Josh,
station.
you started again at the gas station, yeah.
Nice.
What have you been doing, sir?
Yeah, I finally got a job. I'm not a bum ass anymore.
My guy was never a bum.
Did I get
ass.
two
He's always
jobs
been
in
on
the time
the
it took
come
you to get one?
Yeah, it did. You lost
I'm
one.
finally
You left
working
one.
at Lemon Orchards Golf Club. I'm gonna be bartending during the week.
Weddings and things.
I'm hyped for the weddings. Like I get to wear a black chef's jacket. It's gonna be fly as hell.
Like fucking
Nice.
Iron or not Iron Chef, what is
Yeah,
it? Hell's
I-
Kitchen.
Hey, I'm glad you got a
Black
job.
Jacket?
Glad
Yeah,
you got a job.
Like,
we're happy.
I
we're
told
all
my
happy
boss.
to say
I
I got a
asked.
job.
Yeah, I asked my boss. I was like, why do I need to wear a black chef's jacket? I'm not in the kitchen. She's like, oh yeah, you're still a bartender. It's uniform. Blah blah blah. I was
Kitchen
like,
staff, yeah.
hell yeah! Like I'm actually hyped to wear that.
You get the
I'm
hat?
gonna look fresh. No, probably not.
You gotta get the hat.
Well,
You can't wear the
why
jacket
would
with the hat.
Why would he get the
why
hat?
would
as
I
a
get
bartender?
the hat?
Why wouldn't you get the hat?
He's not a chef.
It's not chef.
He's a chef of drinks.
That's not how that
bartender.
works.
That is how that works. Fuck you.
No, I'm a mixologist.
A mixologist.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyone who
Hey,
uses that term.
that works, right?
Chefs get hats. Bartenders get those bow ties.
That's fair.
I mean,
Ooh.
well, the
That's
bow
fair.
tie
Bow
doesn't.
ties.
Yeah,
I like bow ties.
the
I
bow
like
tie
bow
won't go in with the chef's jacket
no, 'cause
though.
it's like a regular. It's like a Hell's Kitchen jacket, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Red bow tie.
That's pretty fun. I started.
I'll
wearing
still wear a fucking bow
There you go.
tie.
So,
bow ties.
Have
are
a,
fucking
have a
sick.
curly mustache.
Yeah, like the old
I
time.
wish I could
go.
Yes,
You should
come
do
get
that.
some snake oil.
Dateline Mount Fuji.
Dayline Mount Fuji. Yes.
Just only make rum and cokes too.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, seriously.
Nothing else.
And the
No
Coke-
Coke.
the-
No
the
Coke,
Coke,
just
no.
rum.
Rum and coke. All right. Here you
But
go.
yeah,
Just rum and whiskey.
Can I have a rum and
I
coke?
could-
Do you have Pepsi?
you guys got to take up golfing.
I don't. Golf.
I mean,
sucks
it-
my
Who you
balls.
talking to? I
Golf
actually
is
play
fun to
golf, so
play. I
it's
have
not fun
Okay,
to
like
watch.
come through. Like
Hey,
It's
Come
fun
through
because it's
where?
the only sport you're
My
allowed to get
job?
drunk
Oh, yeah, Doy.
on. Here's the thing about golf. Golf is the only sport where it's acceptable to be drunk while you're playing it.
mm,
Think of another one.
rugby.
I think by
No,
the
that's
time,
African.
I think when you say that,
I'm pretty sure
I think
some
when,
football
Zach, I
players
think when
play
you say that,
Oh, I wouldn't.
I think when you say that pro golf, it's not allowed that you're drunk. So
No, pro golf.
the
is,
comparison,
but
you know what I mean?
I'm talking like you can go.
Like
okay,
anybody can freelance play a sport
Like if I were
and
to
be
show
drunk.
up at a town league baseball game, blasted, I would get kicked out in a heartbeat. But if you
Well,
show up to
yeah.
a golf
because
course
most
blasted,
town league
Because
games, you're a
the
minor.
UB obvious as fuck and
Right.
stumbled
Now,
in.
look.
Well, listen, Zach's not around minors anyways. He can't be near them.
No, please don't bring that voice into this.
So speaking of new job, I started a new job recently, and my job is I like it so far. It's kind of stressful. I definitely had a week where it was like a total like I you guys ever had this where you like you get to work and you're like, oh, I'm gonna be fine, and 5 minutes into it you're like, well, fuck me, I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack and fucking throw up. I've had that already. That's fun. And
That sounds great.
yeah. Well, it's really fun, especially when your boss tells you, hey, if you fuck this up, that's 2,000 hours of man work
Yeah,
that you put
Yeah.
into it, and it's
hear that.
you're
Hear
fucked.
No stress.
You want to
no
talk about
stress.
your
Yeah.
guys training you though?
So the guy training me is a cool dude. He's an older guy. He's been there for like 25 years, and he's pretty cool. I'll talk about him in a minute, but I have another coworker who told me a story that I wanted to save just for the podcast because I think it's fucking disgusting, but it's pretty funny. Or I think it is. And the guy I was talking to, I'm not gonna name drop him or anything. I don't want to get him in trouble, but he was a lifeguard in the 80s. He was telling me this over lunch, and we used to work. It was in Rhode Island. Because a lot of guys from my shop work in Rhode Island and also here because it's kind of like right on the border.
Yeah, and probably living right.
Yeah, you guys have been to my house. You guys
yeah,
know
they
how
probably
close I am.
live there.
They do, yeah. And he was a lifeguard in Rhode Island in the 80s and the 90s. And he was telling us about this time he was on duty and a woman runs up to him screaming about a dead body in the toilets. Now, right, so that's pretty crazy as it is. So I'm like, fuck. So he's like, yeah, so the toilets they have are kind of like porta potties where it's got like it doesn't flush. It's just a trough of like shit and piss under the toilets, right? So so he calls the cops. They get the police there, a bunch of paramedics and shit just to see, like, because dead body. That's what she said. They looked in the toilet and you could see a torso, but not like a head or arms or anything, like just a torso. But it's a full body. And so they get there with the cops, the ambulance comes, everything like that, and they go under the toilet and drag the body out of the shit.
Ugh.
Well, as they're doing this, now mind you, this is in the middle of summer. As they're doing this, the body starts squirming and yelling and shit. And they're like, what the fuck? He's alive? So they pull this dude out in full wetsuit regalia, right? Covered in shit and piss. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing under there? And he's like, this is what I do. I come up early in the morning before the beach opens, and I go under the toilets, and it's, mind you, it's the women's toilets. And he said this is all he does. He crawls into the women's toilets before the beach opens, and sits there from sunup to sundown, and just in a wetsuit, and in the sun. Can you imagine the fucking? And that's what he does. He doesn't jerk off. He doesn't take pictures. Nothing. He just gets shit and pissed on, and goes home and just fucking beats off thinking about it.
That's disgusting.
Wow.
My life would have been better if
Fucked
you
up
didn't
is
tell that
that?
story.
Right?
Yeah, I don't
How
know.
I can
fucked up
honestly
is
say
that?
that I never want to hear that story
I know.
ever again.
Is that not the most fucked up thing you've ever heard? Who the fuck does? I mean, like, look, if
Well,
you have
honestly, he does.
like, if you have a shit fetish, I think that's disgusting. But it's your thing. Kind of keep it in your
No,
bedroom.
it's disgusting.
When
No,
you're
no,
coming
there's
to
Zach,
a public
we don't need to talk
toilet,
about this further.
yeah.
It's disgusting.
No, hold on. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you're into whatever you're into.
That's fine.
But getting pissed on by people who don't know they're peeing
right,
on
that's
you is
kind of
fucked
like
up.
when it's like, okay.
That's like fucking spying on the woman's locker room times a million.
It's kind
you
of
know what I mean?
worse
Like,
because you're
it's
getting
way
shit
worse.
on.
It's way worse.
And
but
the
I'm just
fact
saying,
that it's in
like,
the summer makes it about 10 times. Because we get covered in the chemicals too. And he's like, oh yeah, sometimes I pass out because the chemicals fucking. How fucked up is that? Can you imagine waking up under that? Like, where are you in life where that's happening?
All right, Alex. Every time
does
you
he afford
slam
to
that
live?
down in
That's what
Mott's
I'm wondering too.
form,
He only does it in the summer. Maybe he works like part time in the winter.
So is Ross dead?
Yeah, Rosser, where'd you go? You're off mic, but not sure where he went.
Yeah, we
says we're not gonna name
Boiler
drop
room has claimed
No.
another
full
victim.
name,
Yeah,
but then
full
fucking
name.
goes and drops
Speak
it.
that out like
Yeah,
one of
you
Joe's
can-
burps or something.
Burps.
Yeah.
That's the great transition we're
So,
using.
what's everyone else been doing? Alex, you've been working, selling some vehicles.
Yes, I have.
How you been doing? You been selling anything?
I've been selling great,
Yeah.
but
Oh.
it's just kind of started to.
Slow down. You were talking about.
No, it was
this.
slow during the winter. You know, that's just kind of like the way it is. And then you really make your money during the summer. So
Yeah.
I've stuck it out this far. I'm gonna stick to it. It seems pretty good and seems promising. And
Not bad. What's going on here?
Someone was tapping their mic or something,
Oh
like
my God.
halfway
No
through
way.
Alex's story each year, dun 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 dun, and
so
me and Sam were
anyways,
like,
yeah. So I've been
Anyway.
selling cars. So yeah, that's been great.
Come
And
down. You're gonna end up like the guy from Fargo.
no.
You ever seen Fargo?
Yes. No.
Oh, you gotta sell him the clear coat
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, yes,
or the
that's true.
Duracoat. Is that okay? Can you
Not a
can
sponsor.
you not? Obviously, you cannot confirm or deny this. By the way, the doorbell rang for anyone whose pizza that was.
that's the guy
Yeah,
in the toilet.
Sam's gonna go off and get the pizza. I think. For the there he goes, professional podcast number 6. So
Continue.
is that obviously? I don't want to get you in trouble with your job, but
Well, yeah,
is
you
it?
cannot name my job in general.
I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Would you say that is a scam for our listeners out there? Would
No,
you,
it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah. No,
Are
I'm
you
not.
trying
to
No,
sell
I'm
us a
dead
car?
seriously not.
Are you trying to sell
I'm
us
dead
a
seriously not.
Okay, so it's not a scam. So
Nah,
it's
he's
worth
not
getting.
selling cars.
What you're talking about? Like
The clear coat.
yes, yeah.
Is
no,
that
it's
worth
not. It's not. It. What's a scam is the way certain people sell it.
Okay, why is that? Go into that because I've always wanted to know
Because
this.
nobody knows how much it fucking costs, and then you come in and you're like, and if somebody
Hang
buys,
on,
if
hang
somebody
on. You're
buys a
being
car,
interrupted. Yes, Sam.
and if
Did
somebody,
you guys say cash when you order, or Ross ordered it, right?
Oh my god, I got cash. How much is it? Just give me the money.
$13.
Oh my god. Okay, my wallet's over here. Grab it and get out a fucking 20.
I have a 10. How much is it?
$13.
Jesus, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the fucking interruption. Our friends are mentally retarded. There you go. Give me
well-
that back. I want that back, you fuck.
Alright, hold on. I
So-
was in the middle of this conversation here.
Oh, well.
Anyway, so back to what so that's depending on how someone sells it. It's a scam.
Yes, because anything you go into
So how cocked is it?
in a car dealership, anything extra that comes out of the car has markup. So if you buy anything from tires to floor mats, everything has markup. That's the way it is. That's how your store makes money. So
If you're shitting, do not use
there's
my toilet.
like
That toilet cannot handle that.
there's how to say people who take advantage of that, and they understand that people have no idea how much things cost.
They can fuck you.
And if somebody's just like, "Oh yeah, I absolutely want that," and you haven't told them the price, that they're gonna fucking rail you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just some people are just animals. So yes, in
Yeah.
regard to
So they
that,
can
it is a
fuck you.
scam, but not all the time.
I'm sorry again, but apparently it's 26, and we didn't even
I got
order
you.
this-
I got
the
you.
house salad.
Yes, we fucking did.
Yeah.
I got you.
Fucking idiot
You know,
over
get the
here.
fucking
Here's another
receipt.
5. Here you go.
How
I want
much
this back.
pizza
I've
did
given
we
you
get?
Yes,
$10.
I know. I
know.
know.
I know.
Sam, how much pizza did we get?
A one large.
This is the
For
trials and tribulations of our
$26?
podcast.
You
was
got
the
3
two
toppings.
It was the two toppings.
We're keeping this in. This
Alright,
is
go
just
ahead.
fucking.
This is
whatever.
just
It's
totally
okay.
us.
Just keep it in.
Hey, you know-
26.
Look, if
While
you're
they're
listening
talking
to
about
yeah.
this, I'll talk about what's new with me,
Listen,
guys.
if you're listening to this, I gotta let you
Yeah.
know you're gonna hear some shit like this because our friends are fucking retarded.
No,
It
I
picks
have.
up everyone.
$5 bill.
I just gave him one.
I don't.
Fuck's
I have-
sake, you boys are
Jesus
draining me
Christ.
dry. I have a 20. Take a fucking 20.
I'm
Give me my
going
10 back.
upstairs. Fuck this.
Give me my 10. Give me my fucking 10. There we go. Nope.
Why did Foster
Here, give me that. No, I don't want.
Anyway,
How you doing, Chris?
No. What?
Take
I'm
20.
doing all right.
How's that
Little.
be
Take
going?
that. I want it back from somebody.
We went 2-2 in the last tournament last
Oh,
weekend.
yeah. How'd you do with that?
Scored 5 times. So that was
Very
pretty nice.
nice.
I'm not a big sevens guy, but it's pretty fun when you go against people. So
Yeah, sevens is more aggressive, right? You were doing a lot more
and
running.
a lot more
or-
running. 7-minute halves. 7 players on the same size field. It's pretty fun.
Okay. So it's a full size rugby field, which is what, 100 yards?
We play on football fields here in
100
Connecticut, but
yards,
yeah.
Okay. Is that what's an actual pitch?
It's roughly the same.
About
There's
it.
like a little. It's all in meters. I mean, I could probably Google it, but I.
Yeah.
Oh
Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I'm also happy. I'm about to be graduating. Thank
Nice.
God.
That's
Finally,
a great feeling,
Fucking
my
God.
friend.
Fuck college.
I'm so ready to be
Sucks
done.
balls.
We could talk about tuition.
Let's not because Connecticut has done some really
Fuck
questionable
college.
things, but
Fuck Connecticut and fuck college too. Honestly, I can't do this. I'm gonna start fucking ranting about the government.
yep.
Yeah.
That's
You're,
why I just
Zach,
left it
remember,
as
you're almost
Connecticut's done some
an
things.
engineer.
What's
You're almost
that?
an engineer.
Yeah, we were getting a drink today. Sam and Joe and I were having a drink, and
Oh, only me.
we were trying to figure out how to, get the table set up so we could all sit, because it was a small outside table, and the woman, our waitress, this is $1.
Yeah, I know. We'll pay you back. Don't fucking worry.
I handed you a 20.
I know.
Okay.
We used it to
All right.
pay.
So someone's giving me a 20 by the end of the night, because I want it
Yes.
before I go home. So the woman says to me, so Sam and Joe are moving the table, and I'm like,
No, I didn't move it. I stepped out of the way.
whatever. So you guys were moving the table. I was moving the table. And I was like, this isn't that hard. I don't have a fucking engineering degree, and I'll figure this out. And this bitch's ears perked up. This lady perked up like crazy. She's like, what school did you go to? I'm like, and mind you, I'm a handsome boy, but I'm fat. This chick was definitely not someone that I'd be, associating with normally. I'm also not single, so there's that. And so she was like, what school did you go to? Already asked me these questions, like trying to get my fucking engineer money. Bitch, first of all, I don't have engineer money. Second of all, you fucking gold digger. I could see it in her little eyes, beady little fucking eyes, like a doll's eyes.
We had to switch waiters. And it took her
Yeah, but
forever
you know
to
what,
get
Zach?
my
It
On
guy.
that
did take her
topic?
forever. That was shit service.
Zach, on that topic, money is a fucking
Sex.
no. I'm sorry. Sex.
So let's go back to sex.
No, no,
Um,
Sex.
No, but money is literally like a driving force for female emotion.
It makes sense. I
You
get
know what
it.
I mean? Like-
Some of them, not all of them.
That's
Yeah,
true.
you
No,
gotta
but that's what I'm
clarify.
saying.
Yeah.
You're just saying, oh yeah,
This
no,
is
I
true.
didn't.
She's
mean
a
it
gold
in
We
digger.
need a
general.
female perspective on this, I think. Where's
I mean,
Yeah, Sam, chime in here.
yeah. Let me butt in real quick. When I got a
You're just eating pizza off the mic.
Yeah, when I got a job,
Mm.
my girlfriend changed, like dead ass changed.
She's a cunt now.
Well, hold on.
No, not you. No.
I know not me,
Okay,
but you just
relax.
called her one.
I didn't call her a cunt.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. And
Also,
I'm not
to
calling her
talk
girlfriend a
to
cunt.
talk about that
Tactical retreat.
though, you did say
No.
she was getting kind of tired of just hanging out at your house because you had no job and you were doing nothing. So
Yeah,
I mean,
again,
she
that
probably
is
was
true.
happier
Yeah, I mean,
that.
any girl's gonna be happier if her man's got a job.
I'm not denying it, but then again, she's not any better because I do have a job because unrelated issues. I'm not gonna talk about my relationship.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
So shut the fuck up.
Can I ask a question to the group? Anyone else hear that? We're gonna be quiet for a second. Some dead air. Come on. He was singing, right? Our co-host, Mr. Michael. Wait. What? Really? What? Okay. Ignoring that. Anyway, moving on.
So Caleb, what's new with
Yeah,
you?
Caleb, what are you
Because I actually want to
fucking doing? I
hear.
haven't talked to you in like 2
Hello.
weeks. What's
Oh
going
no,
on?
I feel bad.
I haven't been doing much, just working and going to school. Went to a concert in Brooklyn last night.
Oh.
Pretty good show. Got drunk, fell on my ass about 3 or 4 separate times.
Wait. just
Sounds
look
about
something
right.
up.
Yeah, because like I try to like just move backwards and lose my balance and
Jesus
just
Christ,
slip
man.
on the multitude of liquids that are everywhere. But that somehow digressed into being stranded in Brooklyn at 1 o'clock in the pouring rain, trying to find a way back because all the G trains were out.
And now you're here.
Oh, that was
Hey,
fun.
He made it here.
That made us take a $30 Uber ride to Grand Central. So
What venue
Oh
did
my
you
God!
That's
$30.
walk?
New York is the worst city. I'm sorry.
it's called Warsaw.
Worse than Boston.
It's a converted
No,
Polish
Boston-
national.
We fight.
We'll fight about this, but I gotta say, the $30 Uber ride to Grand Central, fucking kill yourself. That's
You realize
ridiculous.
it was 2 in the morning, right?
I don't give a fuck.
That-
No,
they-
it's
they
that
raised-
price
but
anytime.
it's that price anytime. New York
When
City
I looked to go
sucks.
there from Grand Central to the venue, it was like $35.
Makes no sense.
Like,
I mean,
this
yeah, it's city traffic.
yeah, no, I get it, but it pisses me off that New York is like this end all. Like people go to there and make it. Like I'm gonna go make it in New York, motherfucker. That is the most miserable city I've
Yeah,
ever
you
fucking
get
been
paid,
to.
but to live there, the expenses cancel
Exactly.
that
On
out.
the
You
subway,
See a
they
musical.
had a
It's actually nice.
bulletin
Dude, it
that was
smells
like
piss.
they put into effect
Oh, yeah,
in New York City the
literally all of
$15 minimum wage at the end of last year,
Oh,
so
did they?
everyone there has to get that.
Oh, that's
But
gonna
it
go
just
real
it levels out with the price that everything that is there. Because when I was going home, I got a bottle
Exactly.
of water and a little thing of like chips. And it was $12.50.
What?
You're
Yeah.
out of your mind.
That's ridiculous.
It was crazy. It was-
$12.50 for a bag of. Was it?
The guy behind the counter gave me $8.50 back for a bottle
Suck
of
my
water
dick.
and a bag of chips. I'm like, are you fucking
We went to
kidding
New
me?
York a couple of years ago with Nick and our friend Jesse, and we
Yes.
got that pizza was fucking expensive.
Yeah.
We
Well,
went to
New
a
York
little
is
just-
bodega.
Well, I mean, New York
you remember
pizza,
this?
yeah,
We
they're
got
gonna
off the
mark that
train. We
shit
went
up.
to that
Joe's
fucking
Pizza,
bodega,
57.
and it was expensive as fuck.
It's amazing.
I don't remember that. No.
This was
It's
before we
so
went to Nintendo World.
No, I know, but I don't remember it being
You
that
don't remember
expensive.
that? I remember it being. It was like $40.
I don't think so. Didn't we all get slices?
No, we didn't. We got a whole pizza. It was
I-
fucking
I
expensive.
mean,
there, don't look at me.
I'm listening to y'all complain about New York, but every time I've been to New York, like it's just been a great time. I've never had a bad time.
Oh,
I've
it's not a
always-
bad time.
I've
It's just
never-
expect to
no.
spend money.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah, no, but I
Yeah,
go
spend
in that
money.
with that mindset. It's New York City.
I guess, but like for the money that I'm paying to go to New York, I would much rather go to like the casino or like.
It's definitely not an all the time
no.
thing. Like a
I-
couple times a year, I go to the
I'm
city.
good with
That's
going
it.
like once or twice
We
a
should go,
year,
Kel.
maybe. But I would much, and
Referees
this
next
is
week.
biased as fuck, but I would rather go to Boston. I like Boston better.
Facts.
I just
Referee
do.
with
Boston's a nice city.
Dance
It is very nice.
Oh.
and hail the sun.
Yeah, Boston's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Why is
Off
this the
mic,
first
yeah.
time hearing of that?
I'm texting you
This is
now.
the first time hearing of that.
What happened? Oh, I'm not going. I'm thinking about getting tickets.
No,
but-
please,
Come
you
on,
should
where you-
go,
where
bro.
you
Let's
going?
go. Periphery and dance. You're out of your mind. Yeah.
I want to see dance. Are you kidding
I
me?
want to see Periphery.
Is that the band like Jonas Brother?
No, dance.
Dance?
No.
DNCE.
What?
Dance.
It's one of the
Yeah, we're
Jonas
going to
Brothers
see
has
Jonas
a
Brothers,
band
that's
called
it, yeah.
DNCE, and
Yeah. They do that
Indeed.
song "Cake by the Ocean." or
That is
something.
what they do.
I don't pay attention.
Gonna eat
Yeah.
cake.
So-
That's about eating ass by the ocean. I don't think anyone's talked about that enough. First of all, if you're gonna eat
So
ass
let's
by
talk
the
about that.
Hey, don't
Dude,
fuck. It
if
gets
you're
so
sandy
gonna
fucking the
ass-
ocean.
listen, yes,
Sandy
sandy
cheeks.
ass.
It's 2019.
Fucking
Don't discriminate.
No one's
Exactly,
discriminating about
don't
eating ass. You want to eat ass all you
No,
want.
I'm
go
saying don't
ahead.
fuck in the ocean.
Don't
Yeah,
fuck
that's
in the
gross.
ocean.
That's just not safe.
asking
Whoever
for
fucks in the ocean is
infection.
honestly a fucking idiot.
Are you gonna just
Hey, sorry,
not
it's
acknowledge
alright,
the
like,
fact
I'm not
that
saying
basically
anything.
like antibiotics.
That is not like antibiotics.
Everything
that is
is
how
all
you get
clean.
actual
It's all
crap.
That is the exact opposite
all-
of
that is
antibiotics.
literally taking a bath.
Everything is all clean.
are you
You
talking
might as well
about?
be
Wait,
fucking
wait.
beating your dick
Do
in
you
the
think the
Ganges.
ocean's clean?
I never said it was
Motherfucker, have you
clean.
watched the documentary?
See,
This bitch.
sodium chloride purifies everything,
No.
and
That
No.
will also kill
Raw
everything.
sand.
No, the
No,
fuck it
that-
doesn't. Salt does not clean things.
okay.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Great argument.
Awesome.
It is
Sick.
actually good on open wounds, but
open
Yeah, salt
wounds,
is really
but
good.
not on cock and pussy.
yes, exactly.
Yeah, you want a yeast,
I can.
you want a yeast infection? Fucking a hot.
That's how you. Yeah, facts.
But the ultimate
I'm gonna tell hot. You're gonna fucking-
neutralization between like sexually transmitted fluids.
Ross, I need you to get away from that mic. Like,
No, he was talking to the side before. Hang on. When you talk to the side like that, when you're looking at me, talk into them. There you go.
just
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
put your hand on it.
Yeah, salt's real good at polishing metal.
Okay.
That's what I want in
We
my.
had my old job had a salt tank at it because all our stuff was marine grade stainless steel. So we had ocean water in the middle of the fucking shop, and it smelled like dirty ass all the time.
No, Zach, that was just you.
It might have been. New topic? All right. What do we want to talk about?
Well, I mean, we were going around in jobs. I mean,
Yeah. What else is?
Yeah, I
going
mean,
on?
does anyone else want to
Yeah,
speak
what
up?
the
Yeah,
fuck were you
yeah,
talking
go for it,
Josh,
bro.
how far-
Go
oh,
for
I
it.
know Josh has met some really interesting fucking people at the gas station.
Not really.
well, hold on,
No,
hold
Not
on.
this one.
Not this one.
not
Oh, is
this
this a
one.
new one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck me.
What's this one?
This one is just.
All right, can we stop?
Sorry.
People are banging shit. This whole
Didn't mean
podcast.
to.
If you're listening to this, you must want to fucking kill yourself. And I'm sorry.
It's
Don't
only
we
the eight
all?
of us,
You probably
so-
should, honestly. Like, if you're legitimately listening to this, you should probably fucking kill yourself.
I get to listen to it at least
Zach,
3
Yeah,
times.
we
Chris
don't want to
has
get
to.
rid of our one viewer. Come on.
Who? Me?
Yeah,
and then
seriously,
Chris
that one
after
guy that
editing it?
commented on our
Yep.
YouTube post, you man.
Speaking
Keep it
about,
coming, baby. We love
What?
you.
Wait, we got a
Someone
comment?
commented on it?
Speaking about viewers, yeah,
we
my,
have like one.
my girl was like, "Oh yeah, I want to show my mom your."
Oh
My mom actually
no.
listened to it.
And I was like, "No, I don't even want to show you the podcast. Like,
Did he just
Exactly.
say like XD?
please not."
I'm not letting my
remember.
fucking girlfriend listen to this shit. She would be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you and your friends?"
Oh yeah, 100%.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
What do you got, Sam? Pizza?
Yeah, some bacon onion pizza.
Damn,
from,
we got 11 views on our video, guys.
From-
Dude,
Yeah,
11 views. 11 of you watch that shit?
I mean, we're
3 likes.
we're-
I'm one of them. Oh.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna look at the
I'm-
analytics.
Wait,
I'll
wait, wait,
I'll
wait.
be honest with you guys. I'm
Wait.
not subscribed. I didn't watch it. I'm
You're-
not like-
We have
You're kind of a
5
piece of shit.
subscribers
You're kind of a piece
and
of
3
shit.
likes.
Yeah.
There are
I'll
8
give
of
you a
us
butter
here.
chicken for a bite of that.
Can we just talk about that?
I mean, we're doing pretty good. Only
Hey,
how many
I'll be
more till we
Chris.
overtake PewDiePie?
big is a bite?
Chris,
Chris,
I don't
scroll
subscribe
down.
to shitty content.
Chris, scroll.
I mean, it's your own
Ooh.
fucking
Yes, you do.
content. There's no comments, Alex.
So,
I swear to God, I saw one that said XD.
Might have been me.
you want to not get like shit all over my floor, man?
No.
Did you eat that?
No.
Can I get a slice, Alex?
Yeah,
What do you
go get
mean?
one.
Go.
And slide
by-
that.
By
I
the
had
way,
to go up there and
you
get it,
ordered
and we had to
wrong.
order it cash.
Thanks.
You know something? Like, as much as I want to say this is fucking stupid, if you listen to like talk radio shows, this is what it sounds like. Like they just are talking and not really paying attention to what's going on. So
Of course.
Yeah, that's why we don't
I don't
have
think
to
we're
be
doing
all-
that.
We don't have to be all like.
Topic 1,
need a
topic
topic.
2,
I mean,
I mean,
topic
this is
3.
kind of just fun. This is what we
Well,
look. If you're
I
listening
just
to
felt
this,
that we were going off into like a pointless.
really kind of. At some points we are, but I mean we'll work.
But I mean, it flows a lot more naturally if we
Like
just
right now.
continue the conversation
Oh, I was
instead of.
trying to hit. I wasn't trying to like take over the
No, you're
conversation. I was
fine.
trying
You're
to say
good.
let's get to a topic.
I think this is. I'm honestly having
Well-
more fun doing this than the first episode.
Well, when we asked for topics before, everyone said they didn't have
I have another
anything.
story. When
No,
everyone's ready to
people were
sit down, I
talking
have
in the
another
group
story.
chat. They said
It's
they
almost
had
like we
some.
should have planned this, Chris.
No,
What?
fuck planning.
I mean,
Yeah.
You ordered the
Fuck
pizza.
planning, apparently.
Fuck planning.
Who paid for the cash?
Me, motherfucker.
Everybody
You owe me a
here
20.
because
One of
you
y'all
ordered
owes me a
back.
20 tonight.
I thought you had
Three-
ordered it on
hey.
your card. That's why I was like, I'm gonna give you.
They're all talking off mic.
Yeah,
Our podcast should be
arguing,
over there.
Not over here.
Chris, how's Comic Con?
I don't know how that like.
The Rose
It's
Bowl
good.
Talks?
Action went
let's just
down.
get
I've been listening. You guys are getting
Okay.
the audio sounds way better than it did at the
I,
start.
I'm starting to actually understand what I'm doing
You're
with
getting
it.
honestly like, and Andre is good about has been better about not like,
You,
dipping
you know what I also
What
You
was
know-
that?
It's a knife.
Okay. It's
my
a
knife.
knife.
How the fuck you hit
It's
that?
a knife.
I think it was on the edge of the table.
Victoria and I do that all the time in the kitchen. I'll be cooking, and she'll just be like, "What do you have?" And I'll have like a fucking fork, a knife.
No, but it's going good. A lot of you guys also are doing what Andre used to do when we started. You talk with your hands and stuff, and you
so
hit
you
the
fucking hit
table.
the
Ross,
table.
bro.
But
what are you doing, man?
Like that.
The-
speaking of hitting
the
table.
real-
Sit in your chair, man.
The real big issue with that, though, is because we have so many mics, you affect
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
connected to that table.
Honestly, like, yeah,
You were gonna ask something?
Anyway, what are you guys planning on doing? Any video content that isn't a podcast, like going to a con or something like that, and bringing the camera with you and fucking?
Me and Andre have discussed it. I wanted to start my own kind of like movie review thing, but that wasn't really associated with that. That was just something
Okay.
I was looking into doing before my computer,
Shit the bed.
yeah.
Is it working now?
No, I need probably a whole new motherboard and rebuild the whole thing.
That just build a new computer at that point. Honestly,
But-
if you need to build do you need a new processor?
Everything else was working. It's just the motherboard
Chris,
part
did
of
you
it.
find out if it was the wrong header thing that fucked it up, or was it something else?
I
Don't know.
have no clue.
Something
I wish I
wrong.
did. I really do wish I did.
So is the motherboard fried, or it just won't do anything?
It gets power, but the power on part doesn't work. And I've read ways to jerry rig it, and I tried to jerry rig it without using like the button to see if maybe the button of the case was broken. And even with jerry rigging it, it wouldn't turn on the motherboard.
That's fucked.
So it's got power, but the on switch pretty much isn't working. So it's just done.
We're all console gamers for the most part. I mean, I play on PC. Caleb plays on PC. Chris did before
I
he
wish
shit the
I
bed.
played.
Yeah, same here. I wish I
PC's
did.
good, but like at this point, it's such a like the only thing it has at this point is graphics.
I
Over-
prefer controller.
I prefer controller
Yeah, I
for
prefer
everything. This
controller.
is I'm gonna get shit on for this.
Well, there's different it's
Well,
different
yeah.
types of games.
yeah, and
like
that's fair. Like
if I'm playing an open world RPG, I'm definitely gonna load that up on my PC.
And
Like that
that's
doesn't make
fair.
sense to play it on a console
I
at the
get
point
that.
No,
I'm
yeah, I
at
just
now.
like
but-
it just depends on the game you're playing.
yeah, like look, I'll always play Counter Strike or like things like that, and enjoy it on PC with the mouse controls, and because they're built for that. But like if I were to go like playing Call of Duty, I have some of the Call of Duties on PC from before they remastered the Modern Warfare series. And playing Call of Duty on PC sucks balls. It's not meant
It does.
for it. It doesn't.
It's
feel right.
weird how first person shooters feel better on a mouse and keyboard, but it's a combination of the games don't feel like they should,
Well, they
and
weren't
there's
built
no
for it.
player base on PC.
No, PC's player
There's
base is
no
dead.
player base for Call of Duty,
Well,
so it feels like they pushed that, and
I feel like with Call of Duty especially, that was like a console. Like they
It
know
was.
their market.
Oh, it was
is
a big.
consoles.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I think that the other thing with Call of Duty as well is, besides it being for consoles almost specifically, is they don't really advertise the PC games. They usually come out like around the same time, if not a little bit later. But no one fucking plays it. You can go on Infinite Warfare right now, which is probably the most dead Call of Duty of all time.
Also the worst Call of Duty.
It's
of all
fucking terrible.
That's
and
probably why it's dead.
you can get into a match easily in 5
time. Talking about
seconds.
PC or console?
Console.
Oh yeah.
You go on
It's the
PC
worst.
and you boot up one of the best Call of Duties and one of the most popular of all time, Modern Warfare 2, and you can't find the game for 30 minutes.
Well, they stopped caring
because
about
the
the
game is
servers and everything.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Also with Modern Warfare 2, I can't play on my own. My servers don't work. I can't get online. When I play with one of you guys and you guys invite me, I'm fine. The second I get online on my own,
Well, the servers are just broken. You gotta remember, it's a decade old.
I don't give a fuck. Don't remaster the fucking game if you're not
They
gonna.
didn't
not
remaster.
remastered.
Whatever. Fucking backwards compatible. It's not backwards compatible if the fucking game doesn't work. Fuck.
Well, that's also the 360 emulator is pretty shit on the Xbox One. Like it works, but it's like
It does the
shows
bare
its age.
minimum.
It
Not
is,
polished.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
the
not polished.
360 was a bad console. Let's be honest. As much as I love it, the 360 was
No.
not.
What
is
That's
that?
probably
no,
the.
no. Hang on. It was badly made, and you cannot
Oh,
even.
well,
yes,
okay,
bull
I agree
fucking
with
shit.
that.
You can't even argue with
No,
that.
it's
The first
actually-
like millions of them. Sorry, the first millions of them fucking
Hear what I'm hearing?
broke.
They did what they could have done at that very moment in time.
Yeah, exactly.
What, sent out a broken console? No, the fuck they couldn't.
I mean, they could have done better, yes, but at that very moment, like, all the intricates and all the scientific and
Scientificity. What'd this motherfucker say? Alex, what kind of watch is that you're wearing?
It's a Trudeau.
Trudeau.
Yeah, I got it for the President's Award.
Is that automatic? I like that.
Yeah, wait, you have to cut that out.
Oh,
Anywho,
fuck, alright.
Right there. Just come back in. Right there.
Yeah, it's a Trudeau, and
Just a burp.
Just, yeah.
Yeah,
Trudeau.
it's
Is
a
it
pretty good
automatic?
watch.
It looks automatic.
Yes, it
by the
is.
way.
It is.
Can I see that later?
Yes.
I like that.
Hey, Alex, you want to pass me a device?
No.
I guess I'm gonna fuck myself.
Yes.
Do it. Do it right now.
To fuck yourself on
Show
camera.
us your meat. Show us your
meat.
meat.
I mean,
Show us
Why would
your
I do
meat.
that when I
Show
got
us your
when I
meat.
got some sexy boys right here?
I
Why would
mean,
fuck
Boys,
myself?
how would you not be a part?
Actually, no.
We're all handsome.
Joe did not see my meat when I was.
Wait.
Had
Okay.
What?
What?
No, I would no. I just.
What the fuck are you
I just
talking
thought about
saying?
showing.
Why would he need to see your meat?
No, because what processed through my head is.
Joe, you didn't see his
I was thinking about.
Boy, what the fuck are you talking about?
No.
Wait,
Alright,
Hold
what's
on. Let him speak.
Wait.
Jesus
I just have to say
fucking
one
Christ.
thing. If you're singling out Joe hasn't seen it, does that mean the rest of us have? Because I don't
No,
remember.
I haven't seen it.
See, okay,
I've seen
so
that one.
see, my
I don't know what
process
that
was,
looks like.
yes, showing me, and then I was in Joe's basement,
Oh,
and
Oh.
Here, where we're recording
Oh,
this
here,
podcast,
where
this
we're-
very location. Were you
And where
touched?
Sam and his father became one.
We don't give a fuck at this very
I
moment
wasn't
in time.
touched.
Like, clearly,
let's just say I got really drunk,
all
we're gonna have
dicks
to
out.
Oh, I know this story.
and
yeah.
my dick happened to be out.
Okay.
What was it doing? What was the dick doing, Sam?
because why wouldn't it be? When I'm in someone's basement, I'm like, hey, why the hell would I whip
Where's
out
the
my
toilet? Fuck it.
Well, who needs a toilet when there's a floor?
I mean,
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, the toilet
corner of the
was.
room.
Yeah, it was far.
It
yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I can
No,
honestly
it-
just
no,
think of
it
Sam
wasn't
just being
far.
like,
Yeah,
It was out of commission.
Yeah, that's right. So there's one right up the
I
stairs.
can honestly
You
think
literally
about
go
Sam
straight.
whipping out his cock and being like, "Fuck it, I'll clean it in the morning."
That's exactly what he
Pissing on
was doing.
everything. Just,
He pulled out his penis and pissed all over the fucking floor.
All right. At that very time and moment, like,
I mean, yeah,
If-
I was.
if you did
I was
hard,
blacked
like-
out, and then
But
earlier
it's
someone
hard.
else threw up on the
Like,
couch. They were gonna
That
get rid of
person-
anyway.
That fucking person.
So
Yeah, so let's just add on to my shit of a night.
Yeah.
Why not?
along
no,
with
so
a
I'm
fucking
convinced,
hole
Sam,
in
you
the
were
wall.
you were half awake when you did it. 'Cause
Well, no, I
remember
was
was
still.
fully
I
awake.
was blacked
That's how
out.
he gets
I
his
was
blackout.
100%.
Yeah,
I was
it was-
blacked
So-
out.
He hangs
Zach
out with
goes
wetsuit
fully
guy.
awake. Sam goes blackout.
Sam hangs out
honestly,
with
if you were
wetsuit guy.
super drunk and you
Yeah.
woke up and you were fucking like saying to yourself, blackout
No.
drunk, "Oh, I can't go to the bathroom down here."
Yeah.
You started walking towards the stairs. I could honestly see how that story would lead to pissing on the floor.
Honestly, I don't have.
So if I'd like to put it in the other perspective.
It's still disgusting and
No.
terrible.
Oh no. I will piss in your house at one point in time. I don't know when it's gonna happen.
Jesus.
But
That's
we've
his
already
right.
agreed this
You
is
should
happening.
fuck his mom.
Is right?
Just
That's
bring it up
right.
another level.
I'm good on
He had-
that.
Why are you looking at me like what?
How is that your
You
right?
of all people.
That-
Why?
what-
Why is that
How am I
the
right
first
to
go
piss in your
to?
house?
The next
Do
one.
not
You realize we have
disrespect Betty
carpet,
like
right?
I'm not
What?
Piss where there's no
disrespecting her.
carpet.
She disrespects herself.
There is.
No.
You
With
said
that
I
ass.
could piss where there's no
Absolutely
carpet. You have said this in your own words.
Nice lady.
But
have.
where is there no
She's
carpet?
best lady.
Piss on the
kitchen-
kitchen counter.
If you piss in my kitchen, I would literally cut your dick off.
Why?
Oh yeah, so like,
Why?
I should've when you
Because
pissed in
there's-
my goddamn basement.
Do you eat?
Well,
and
to be
cook
fair,
food
yeah.
there?
We're eating
And like,
right
No.
you eat food
We're
off the
eating
ground.
right here.
It's a kitchen. I cook and eat.
Yes,
I
you
live
clean
there.
it like I do because I'm down here every fucking day. I still have to live down here every fucking day.
Also,
My
it's
ass
All
not-
right.
it's
As
not
fun as
necessarily-
this
that is
conversation
Alright,
is,
Go ahead.
Sam, it's also not necessarily like this house you live in. It could be your own house.
Yeah.
Like your own apartment. He could just piss in it anytime.
I
mean-
am waiting for the day when I
Let's-
feel.
oh,
I've heard about this.
all right, wait.
then it's not just my my issue. Then it's gonna be Alex.
Yeah,
that's
I'll
fine.
fucking punch you straight in the teeth. I
Sucks
hope
to
you
be his
realize.
roommate. You're signing on to that.
Yeah,
lease.
it will suck to be his roommate when I am a convicted felon because I punched you straight in the fucking mouth, Joe.
That's not a felony.
Whatever, a crime. I'll have to post bail. I won't make
As,
rent.
as
okay?
fun as it is
the
arguing,
government took my baby.
Then your apartment is no more, and you don't have to worry about it. It's not your issue.
Jesus, guys. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
We piss in people's
Honestly, I
basements.
can't argue with
Everything
that.
is
Hey.
wrong with us. What can be
Can I
wrong
just say,
with us?
I don't mean to kind of steal
Let's
this,
be
but
honest.
the house topic actually is a perfect segue into my other story that I was going to tell you guys.
Which was what?
So
Let 'em
my
say it.
girlfriend and I were apartment hunting. We decided to stay where we are. Our landlord actually is being pretty cool and letting us get a dog now, which was kind of the main reason for going.
Nice.
I gotta pull this up so I make sure
Oh,
I
you
get
getting
all
a
the
Karen?
points.
Okay.
No, maybe we might be
Ooh,
getting
dude,
a
you
Karen.
should.
We
Let's
also
get
might
the
be
straight
getting a
facts.
Corgi.
Go ahead. Yep.
Oh, fair.
So, we were apartment hunting, and I've been trying to explain to her that there's not a lot of good options by us. It's either all really trashy or super expensive beach houses, because we live on the shore. So we went to one that we
Yep.
found online, and we saw the pictures, and we were like, okay, it's not bad. The ladies, said pet friendly. So we were like, great. Well, we go over there. First we call her, and she picks up the phone, And immediately, first thing, she's like, well, would you guys have a pet? And we're like, yes, we would get a dog. And she says, perfect. I'm reading this off my phone because there's so much to this. She's like, perfect. We'll get that thing trained right away. And we're like, we? And she's like, yeah, I was an animal trainer for 11 years. I've trained elephants. We're like, what?
So she's qualified to train you.
So apparently, yes.
Is that the Masters of Animal Training? Like, I
That
got
is,
the
I think. Yeah, I fucking got
Like
that.
this-
The Masters.
What's she
of
say
Animal-
after that?
The Associates is a cat.
I feel
Yeah.
like after what elephants go through to be trained,
Yeah, this lady's a
she
fucking
probably
sicko.
did the least amount of work.
A doctor
flag
Was
was
she, were you the
okay.
one nailing its feet to the fucking? Oh, that's
Yes.
the bears on the unicycle. Never mind.
No, elephants get shoved in a really tight box and like squeezed and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she says that and was like all kinds of crazy shit and blah 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 blah. So we're like, okay, and she sounded kind of weird on the phone, but we're like, maybe she's just eccentric, you know. She gives us the address, we go over there. We get to the neighborhood and it's an okay neighborhood, it's not bad. And we're looking around and we're like, oh, these houses are actually kind of nice. They're older, but they're nice houses. And we look around and we pull up to one house and we don't know it's the house yet. We look over, we're like, wow, I sure hope that's not it. Go past it. Well, we're using the GPS wrong. Come back around. Guess what the shittiest house on the block is?
Yeah.
The one we're looking at.
Right.
Oh, great. So we pull up. We're standing outside for about 10 fucking minutes before this lady shows up. And we're kind of talking, like, we're making bets, like, what's she going to look like? I said fat and old. And Victoria said fat and something else. I was right. She was fat and old. And she comes fucking stumbling out onto the deck, which is above the house. Like, you're in the driveway, the deck's up here. And she comes stumbling out on the deck and was like, oh, I'll let you inside downstairs. And so she comes down,
Yes,
opens
please.
the door for us. And first thing she says, she was talking the entire time about her fucking deadbeat drunk husband. Mind you, this is the first time we've seen this house in person. She, like, I was, like, commenting on, it was nice. You know, the shelving was put up nice. I said, oh, you have such nice, like, work done. Did you have a contract to do this? Or someone? She's like, oh, it's my deadbeat fucking husband. Blah, 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 blah. All this shit. And so we're like, okay, like, this is kind of weird. She's kind of off-putting. She asked me, she goes, where do you work? And I was like, oh, I'm in manufacturing. I work at so-and-so company, because I'm not going to say it. And she's like, oh, good. I'm glad you don't work at that fucking Electric Boat. Now, if you guys don't know, Electric Boat is the people who make the submarines for the U.S. Navy. They've had the contracts for years. And
Right.
it's pretty, it's
Very
a
reputable
massive
place, yeah.
It's extremely reputable, and they're extremely tight on who they hire, because you have to have government contracts.
Yeah.
You have to,
Yes.
And you
so-
need to be smart.
yeah, you do. And it's a good place to work, great benefits, but it's also very hard to get in. And she goes, that fucking Electric Boat, they never hired me. I applied there a million times. And I was like, oh, well, what's your background? Like, what do you do in manufacturing? Or what do you do for engineering? Or, I've owned 12 businesses. Oh, okay, were they, like, machine shops? Or no, I've just owned 12 businesses. That's my background. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, they wouldn't fucking hire me. They kept wanting to do a drug test. Blah, blah, all this shit. And I'm like, okay. So, she, you know, we kind of keep touring the house, and the entire time she's slurring the fuck out of her words, like this, like she's her fucking eyes are bugging out, going everywhere, all this other shit. It's ridiculous, right? And I was like, we get to the kitchen and she's showing us it, and I go, oh, how's the neighborhood? Just to see, and she goes, oh, it's not bad. There's people broke in here once. They were sitting at my table, and I came downstairs with a fire extinguisher and I assaulted them. And I was like, you fucking what? Oh, it gets better. I was like, you fucking what? And she's like, I assaulted him with a fire extinguisher. Did you know you go to jail if you assault someone who breaks into your house? And I was like,
Yes.
well, apparently.
Yeah, we live in Connecticut.
So she goes,
Welcome to America.
she goes, yeah, so I got
No,
bailed
just
out of
CT.
jail, and then I came home, and on my lawyer's advice, I bleached the carpet of the blood. I
Wait,
was like, you
what?
fucking what? She's like, yeah, I bleached the blood out of the carpet of my clothes. I'm like, holy fucking shit. And at this point, my danger alarms are going, like, off. Because Victoria's there with me. I don't want to be in this place without some sort of gun, honestly, at this point. She's fucking batshit. And,
So how's living there?
well, we're not living there. That's one of the reasons we're staying. So, you know, we're sitting there, and she's kind of talking to us more, and we're kind of trying to walk our way out of there slowly. And, you know, she's like, so when would you guys be renting? And we told her, because our lease ends in June, so I said, in fucking June.
Oh, careful.
And she wait. So she goes, what? I'm like, June. Like, June 1st, we'd probably be moving in. She goes, oh, that's too late. You've just wasted my time. We're like, what? she goes, let me tell you something. And she's getting mad. Like, legitimately angry at me. And
Careful, she'll get the fire extinguisher.
That's what I said to Victoria. I was like, she's like, let me tell you something. Do not fuck around with small-time business owners and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you don't have to tell me that. My fucking dad owns a small business. He has for years. Like, this is not news to me. No shit. She goes, well, you just wasted my time. I wouldn't have even shown you this place if I knew you were not going to rent until June. And I'm like, okay, sorry. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So we just walked out.
You should have fucking sworn her.
I wouldn't. Why? Why would I want to do that?
She'd get the fire extinguisher.
Well, honestly, Zach, your story...
You turn it around. You get the fire extinguisher.
I wish you guys could have seen this because the amount of like you ever met somebody who you know is crazy and you're just getting
yeah. Hold on. I got a perfect story for you.
The guy who wanted to smell
I got a perfect story for you. Hold on. So when my old dog died, we waited a couple months and we went out and we bought a new dog, right? So we looked for Karens, and we went out to this house all the way out in the country, Karen Terriers, and it was a purebred Karen. It said show winning Karen. So we were like, okay, I mean, whatever. Like, these are going to be like puppies. So we go out there. There's a bunch of puppies. We buy our puppy. The woman's like, oh yeah, this dog would have been perfect for showing in the like Westminster and other, dog, whatever you want to call them, dog shows.
Yeah.
And she was like, the only problem with this dog is it has an underbite, so I have to sell it. So she sells it to us. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the dog. It just has an underbite. Who cares? So we buy the dog. And she's like showing us her property, okay? So at this point, the woman seemed perfectly fine, but we've kind of been distracted by these little puppies. I mean, like, literally week-old puppies.
Yeah.
So we leave. Well, I'm sorry. We leave the house. We go outside, and we're looking around the yard. She's showing us her chickens. And then I look over by the coop, and there's a dead chicken.
Okay.
And it's like, and I'm not talking dead. Like, this thing's
It's
like
dead.
fucking
Mutilated.
Dead.
Oh yeah, like they
minute.
just killed it before we got there, dead. Like,
Bet.
and I was like, okay. And then we go towards the house, the barn, and she's like, oh yeah, this is where I keep my horse. And the horse is like old as fuck. Its back is like, I'm telling you, like this horse should have been put down years ago.
Scoliosis.
Years ago. Oh, like the worst scoliosis you could imagine. And we were like, oh my god, this is terrible. Can we leave? Like, and she was like, oh, I'm a gun owner.
Oh fuck.
And we were like, what? Yeah, that's great. And she goes, oh yeah, I'm a sure shot. I do gun tournaments. I shoot, what do you call it? Skeet shoot. Oh my, and we were like, yeah, that's great. Can we pay for the dog?
Please leave.
So by the time we got out of there, like we get in the car and she's like standing by the door looking out at us. And we're like, oh my gosh, we need to get the hell out of here. I was like, Mom, did you give her any personal information?
Was this the dog you have now?
Yeah, Ginger.
Very nice. It doesn't even have a fucking underbite. What the fuck she
It
talking
does.
about?
It does.
It?
The dog looks like it's smiling at you.
All the time.
Oh yeah, you gotta
Like
play
Corporal.
Fucking Corporal. Oh my god. I love fucking Corporal. He's in the Marines now. No, wait, sorry. He's a fucking poolie.
Why does everyone feel the need to burp into
Dude,
the
there's
mic?
a mic in front of me. You have to burp.
Thank you.
I'm being very
I'm
good
the little soundbite. That's
You
it.
have to burp into the mic. If there's a mic in front of you, you have to burp into it.
I have that
Just-
soundbite saved too.
Thank you. I know.
do
Forever
you
saved
really
in
have it
history.
Do you
As
really
a
have it
burp.
like just saved to the
Yep,
hard
I
drive?
saved it and it
I feel
just
that's
burped.
fitting.
That's really funny to me.
I'd show you, but it's all on the hard drive at home.
Josh, what have you been doing recently?
Nothing.
Nothing? Gaming?
Yeah, gaming. Got a new girlfriend. That's about it.
Nice.
Fucking.
Okay.
So you official?
Oh,
or-
oh.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
official.
we're official.
Oh, nice.
It's podcast official.
We're official like.
It's the only way it's
no,
real.
we've been official since March.
Oh fuck, it's
18th?
April already. That's right.
Okay.
Fuck me.
Oh, God, we're old.
Big
Three
dick.
3 days after my birthday, man.
Quick
Nice,
work.
nice, yeah, quick work.
Like
Nice.
we knew each other for like
Man.
5 days.
She's cool though. She seems nice. I want to meet her.
We were just talking about it.
About
Caleb.
meeting you?
Uh,
Her?
if we go if you guys go camping again this year, we're gonna.
Well, yeah, no,
Oh,
there's
we're
talk
actually,
about
we
the
might be
cabin.
going
I
to
think
a cabin.
this-
We don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think this year we should go north.
let's try to keep.
All
us
right,
involved.
so this year I'm about to
We
end it
wanna
right
go.
here. We're about to go to Vermont,
Oh,
Yeah,
rent a
facts.
B&B,
all over the fucking place.
and we're camping out.
No, seriously, there's hella
You're gonna be at
breweries.
Disney. Don't look weird about
Hold on,
this.
there's hella breweries, and on top of that, there's a lake. There's like tons of places
Yeah,
to
Vermont's
go.
cool. I'm good with
Yeah, and it, like
I gotta see if
the
I get
other
the
thing
time
about
off
it
work.
is,
Wait,
if
wait.
the girls wanted to go off and do something, they can go off to the towns. They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Joe
And
Seal approved.
Wait,
You know.
can I just I'm not saying this is a bad idea. Can anyone just inquire what the hell Ross means? You're gonna rent an Airbnb and then camp?
You know,
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're not
Or
renting
was
an
he
Airbnb.
just
We're
Ross?
just gonna
Should I
camp.
just
I don't want to get mauled by a moose.
No, it wasn't Airbnb.
easy
I mean,
there,
No,
Andre?
we're just gonna camp.
Guys,
Okay, bet.
I
I thought
Wait,
we
I
rented
can't.
Airbnb.
I have my sleep apnea.
I have a lake house. Like,
That's true.
That's
This is
right.
really
actually,
don't
Do you
need
have
to
power?
like.
Hang on, do you have power at the lake house, Josh?
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Do
Josh,
you
really?
running water?
Where is it?
Hey, Josh, 2 things.
We can make it work.
One, it may be run by that spider now.
No,
That's-
I mean
yeah,
a
no,
big.
Oh
that
my
was-
god.
That spider owns them.
No, you can't.
But Josh, didn't you say you were gonna like clean it out and redo
Yeah,
it?
we're just like renovating it.
Alright.
But is
I have
there
a
like
great
Josh?
feeling,
Is there
like, we
Josh?
have-
Is there stuff to do like around there? Like
No.
That's the
No.
thing. Yeah, you'd be chilling.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's what I was
think
saying
people
about
would
It'd be
get
like
bored.
a
Nah,
day
but
or
if,
two
we,
kinda
if we
deal.
keep it in reality, we could clean up the entire thing in a day if we really wanted to.
Yeah.
If there was anything wrong.
Well,
with
Alex,
it.
if you want to
we
learn like
could.
the Jewish faith, there is a lot
Yeah,
of
no,
Jewish.
that's true.
It's
all
all.
Jewish.
I'm in my
Huge
hometown.
town.
That town is stuck in the 90s.
I'm pro.
Sam will
Yeah.
fit right in.
There's really
What was
nothing.
it
But
that the
no,
pizza
honest-
place sold? It was pizza
Like-
and what? That was Jewish? What was it?
The bread.
when I get back.
No, something else that was like
Falafel?
abnormal for.
Falafel?
That might have been.
I think it was pizza and falafel or something.
What are you talking
Well,
about?
the main pizza place in town, it sold pizza, and then it's something that was like you would not
Oh,
think
I
a
have no
pizzeria
idea.
would.
I haven't been
Oh,
there
it's
in
gonna
years.
bother me.
That was the first time I went in years.
That's gonna bother
It's like
me.
pizza-
Because there's nothing to do.
It's as abstract as like pizza and Chinese food.
It's literally like redneck Jews. Like that's literally all it is.
You're not wrong.
And they drive terrible over there.
I think there's
Yeah,
a
they
casino
do.
that just opened up though.
Oh.
So we can do that hypothetically.
Oh, the Oh fuck, what's that called? Josh, the one upstate that they've been advertising on the radio, right?
I was trying to
I,
figure it out. I
I
was like,
believe so.
Forget what it's called, but
But I'm sure my dad knows all about it because
if it's the same place I'm thinking of, it's supposed to be a really nice place. Like, really nice.
no, you could hear it. Zach just comes up and you just hear.
I'm wiping the table.
He's being a good, and I heard that
He's a
too.
good boy, Joe.
Clean it better than that. I can see it from here.
Fuck you. No, you can't.
No, what
It's
do you?
my house.
You can't see dick.
I can
Look at
see
that.
a shiny.
No, you fucking can't because it was behind this. Suck
Yes,
my ass.
to the right of it, fool.
That's not beer.
That's
not-
that was
that's-
convincing.
There's nothing there, stupid.
To the left.
Nope, left.
Beer. That's a little beer.
You missed the whole thing.
Fuck off. Where?
I wish we were filming this, guys. This would be amazing.
Oh, I
Here comes Dad.
Zach, have you been
It was
drinking?
honestly
Yes.
close.
So, Sam, tell us about those Jewish DVDs you've been getting in the mail.
Wait, those were in the mail?
You didn't read his Snapchat?
They weren't in the mail.
Those Jewish DVDs.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's no, those are those are packages from my crazy uncle out
Who's
in
a
New York.
rapping rabbi, right?
Yeah, he's like
Wow.
yeah, like
No, like quite literally, he is.
He's
right?
a rapping
he's a rabbi. Like oh no,
He
he's
raps,
not a
right?
rapping rabbi.
And like that,
No,
and like that, you've lost me.
he's like when you when you hear the word rabbi. What's the first thing you come to?
Jew.
It's got
The
obviously.
he's got
No,
no,
you
no,
got
no,
the crazy
no, the
curls.
first
thing
You got
I'm
the
thinking
strings down the
What is up there of
side.
the Jewish
A
faith?
big ass beard. Like
yeah.
These are
he's the typical crazy Jewish rabbi. And like if you look him up on YouTube, I
You want to
mean,
name drop this? We can link it in the description.
yeah, I
maybe.
don't.
Let us know in the comments.
Wait.
Let's just give Chris more work.
Guys,
I upload, you cunt.
Jesus Christ.
What?
no, what are you talking about? You upload.
I
That's
upload the videos.
nothing.
No,
That
but
is
but
literally.
he's saying like you would have to put it in the description. I'm putting it in the description.
No,
Me,
but
I am the one who description.
no, I thought you guys were saying I would just put like a video clip there because
You
we,
could. I mean, you could if you wanted.
God
but
no.
it's fair use.
It's a I've
Rapping
seen
rabbi.
The video. You showed me the
Yeah,
video. It's out there. It's kind
Yeah,
of weird.
it's out there. It's on YouTube, and he's like actually crazy. Like, but I mean, he's cool. Like, I've never met him, but he sends all this like actually.
Propaganda, I would call it.
Yeah, exactly. A little. Well, nah.
It's.
Like we'll get random catalogs for like Jewish toys. We'll get.
Ain't it good? That's
Drake.
I look through it and there's some cool ass
Is
shit.
it just like a
what are the
fidget
Jew-
spinner
what's
that's
a
a
Jew
It's
toy?
it's technically like
All the
it's it's like old fashioned. So
I love
they're
you, Josh.
living like to them they're living like 15 years behind us.
Is it like ball?
So it's that town. He's
So,
probably,
like-
he
So it's
probably
like the
lives in
Middle
that town.
East. Not
Yeah.
the Middle East.
No,
but,
no,
like,
no, no,
no,
They,
no,
they
no.
don't
Europe,
stone their
Eastern
women
Europe
when they
is,
get
like,
raped.
Yeah.
Is like still stuck in the 80s.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not like in today's time. They still in the catalog. I remember there was like one of those way back in the day when we were in 5th grade, like elementary school and all that. There was like the flip phone, picture phones, texting things, like the big thick.
Like that's T-Mobile Sidekick.
Well, no, it's
T-Mobile Juke Kick.
it's probably just a toy phone, but like it made me think of the back in the day, like there's a select number of kids that had these cell phones in elementary school, and I was like, yo, I want one. These are pretty cool. I want to send pictures and text people. Like, sick.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm a 5th grader.
I'm gonna send
Whoa.
I want to save my ding dong to Michelle Obama.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a picture of my wiener.
And then another thing we got, I'm keeping it wrapped up. It's nice and plastic, nice and pristine, but it's a Hebrew memory game. And I'm not opening it. I don't know who it was, but
We
someone
should play that.
on
No,
stream.
I'm gonna keep it intact and have it forever. I'm not touching that.
No, we
shit.
should play that.
Can you please send us a picture? No, I'm talking about the DVDs. Like, you sent it
There
over
was
Snapchat.
yeah, and then there's like bootleg cartoons or
They
something.
look like VeggieTales
Oh, wasn't
animation.
it like
Yeah,
an
it's-
Aladdin ripoff?
Yeah,
Yes!
yeah. It was. I don't know. It's like a F grade cartoon, terrible CGI
It looks
animation.
Like
It was like
VeggieTales on meth.
it looks worse than VeggieTales. Like I couldn't even.
When you
I
talk
couldn't
shit
even-
about VeggieTales.
Fuck you.
VeggieTales
Yeah.
is shit.
No, the
Yeah.
No,
fuck
VeggieTales
you.
VeggieTales is awesome. I love it.
Hey, VeggieTales collabs with Olive Garden, they win.
Olive Garden sucks.
You shut your whore mouth.
Olive Garden is garbage.
All Gordon?
Fight me.
No.
No, you know the only thing you can go there and enjoy? Soup and
I will
salad.
literally
Yeah.
go there
Oh,
and
it's
eat
like
10
breadsticks.
baskets of breadsticks with
It's-
Alfredo sauce.
it's-
Wow, breadsticks aren't
Right,
even
so
good
You know what,
anymore.
Caleb? You're a fake ass Italian.
Yeah, I do eat
That's
at
true.
Olive Garden.
You're
Who
a
the
better
fuck doesn't
Italian.
like
Make it a
breadsticks?
regular
Hey,
thing.
hold
I'm
on.
just saying it's
You
good.
can eat there. Doesn't mean their food's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
He's
you
saying
can
it is
eat-
good.
You can eat.
He
off
said
my
they're
ass. It doesn't mean
breadsticks.
you would.
Yeah,
Like, I don't.
I just go there for breadsticks.
I mean, yeah.
Breadsticks
What's
and all
that
you can
cool?
eat soup. Dude, I go there, I spend $7 and I just eat soup.
Also,
That's
I
not
don't,
bad.
I don't like soup, so like.
Soup.
Oh,
You know what you guys
their
need to
soup's
try?
fucking
Actually,
good.
next
Yeah,
time you guys come to my
seriously.
place, you guys gotta try this Rhode Island thing called Soupy. It's this sausage. It's fucking good.
We need to
It's
go to
really
Grace Sale
You
again.
know we
soon.
all
Gray
like
Sale
some.
slaps.
Oh yeah, and this
Sausage.
time I'll actually remember my
Bring your
fucking
ID.
ID.
Honestly, man.
We went. There's
That
a
was-
brewery by my house, and we went one time, and Sam, for whatever reason, didn't bring his fucking ID.
It fell out of my
Dude,
pocket
that
in
beer
my
was
car
so good.
That beer
at
slapped.
Joe's
Oh,
house.
it's
That
so
beer was
good.
so good. So did you find it from Joe?
No, it was in
No,
my.
it was in his
It was
car.
in my
You just
car.
left
It
it out.
was
Left it.
literally
Alright.
on the seat of my driver's side
That's fucked.
chair. Like,
It's always fucked when you know where something is and you can't get to it and you need it.
and
Like, it's not like
it
it's
was
even
the only
lost.
thing missing out of my wallet too, because I had taken it out the night before because I got pulled over. But yeah,
This
and
weekend.
I got away
This
with
week on the
not,
hoagie.
he was just like, oh yeah, you go home. Oh yeah, I'm so sorry, officer. Wasn't speeding. And he's like, where do you live? I was like 2 minutes that way.
Mom's house. You think you get a lot of trouble?
This
a couple
was
months ago. This is like almost summer. Like
yeah.
a little after summer, like maybe
Yeah.
October, I think.
It was probably like right after I got my watch too.
No, you wouldn't have that for a while.
No,
Yeah.
it was towards
This
the
is
end
like
of summer.
September, I think. I think it was like September. I don't remember exactly.
Maybe.
'Cause we were
Who
in
knows?
jeans.
Who cares?
But yeah, it was pretty. That place is pretty fucking cool. If you ever find yourself in Westerly, Rhode Island, go to Gray Sale. They have pretty decent beer, and
Beer is really
their
good.
little room thing is. Chris, you've been there with me.
Yeah,
We
it's
had
great.
flights. The little Victorian era room was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, the mural in
Neat
there is
stuff. Yeah, it's pretty
ridiculous.
sick, right?
Ridiculous.
Ah,
So cool.
beer's fun. I like
And that beer was delicious.
What's your guys'
so
favorite
good.
off-the-shelf beer? If you just like not craft.
Beer's gross.
You just,
Beer is
no one's-
gross.
No one's
Ew.
asking you to, queers. What would you?
Caleb, you drink
Straight
mead.
alcohol.
When you say off the shelf, you mean like
Meat's
maybe
not
Okay,
good.
like
Meat
I'm
is-
talking
meat
no
is
crap, no crap shit.
I
I'm
know,
talking
but
like
it's
you go to
not
like the
good,
just a
and,
basic
well,
like
my
a
Well, you're
opinion.
wrong.
he's right. What? Whiskey?
No, he drinks mead. I don't.
I
drink
don't
mead.
think-
I like the mead you
I-
have.
Mead isn't like beer. It's different.
It's like
I
wine.
mean,
It's
I
like
have
half
beer I
wines.
like, but like, there's like, if you just go to like a bar and get like a Bud Light or like a Guinness or something, I'm like, that's
I
eh.
love Guinness.
Well,
This is my
I mean,
favorite.
Chris
dude,
won't get
dude,
some
honestly,
shit like
Bud-
in front of that man.
I'm sorry, Chris.
I don't
honestly,
like
honestly,
beer.
say what you will, but I like Heineken.
Heineken's alright.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
If I
I'll
had to
shotgun
drink a
Bud
beer-
Light.
Heineken used to be better back in the day.
If like
but
I
that's
had
just
to drink a
trash
beer,
now.
it'd probably be Corona.
Corona
I don't mind a
fucking
nice
blows.
Corona on a summer day with a lime. That's
Corona
nice.
Cl-
If I had to
Collapse.
drink a light beer, I guess.
I just look for the higher.
Well,
alcohol.
Zach said-
Thomas
Yeah,
Hooker
that-
watermelon
He's your
ale.
alcoholic.
Okay,
Fire.
hold on.
Never
Would
had
that
it.
not
That's
be
off
a
the
Fire.
shelf. That's not off the shelf.
You got another point, or?
He
Depending
needs
on
non-craft beer.
I'm talking like the craziest. Honestly, I
Michelob Cactus.
Wait, what?
Fire.
That actually was really
That
I
good.
shit
bet that's
was
good
good,
as fuck.
right?
You know
It
what I
actually
like?
was good.
The,
What was?
Michelob Cactus.
Is that
Oh,
made
yeah.
with
Remember
like
I brought it
cactus
last
water?
year
Is that
to
cactus
Zach's
water?
house?
Yep,
Oh yeah, you did. That was good.
that was really
That
good.
shit was real good. Right?
You know what was really good that I had the other day? It was a oh fuck, I don't remember the name of the brewery, but it was a American IPA or not. I guess it was an APA,
Yeah.
not an IPA, and it was really good. It tasted honestly. You guys ever had like really ripe grapefruit?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it tasted like. It was fucking delicious.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
It was super good, and I really like.
Grapefruit and beer is like the ultimate combination.
I like
Facts.
blueberry.
That's
this
like
place,
all
this place
IPAs.
went
Yeah,
too sick.
exactly. I know. I'm just
Have you
saying.
ever
Pretty
fucked
much.
a grapefruit?
All that citrus.
No.
I haven't yet, but I
Yeah.
plan on it.
Okay, why?
I heard it's
Acidic hops
really
and
good.
shit
Why are
and
you gonna
whatnot.
fuck that?
You don't know about the grapefruit?
I know about it, but why are you
The
I
gonna
grapefruit
just- I
technique,
just wanna-
that's
I just
different
wanna
than.
try it.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, hold on.
Enlighten us, Caleb.
What?
What?
You guys never seen
What are
the
you
video?
talking about?
You don't know about the
About
grapefruit?
what?
You guys have seen the video. I've showed you the video.
About
Of
what?
the lady sucking like a
The dick
dildo
through the
with
grapefruit?
with a grapefruit on
The
it?
girl, the lady
Yeah.
goes like that. That's what she sounds like.
It's not. He's not wrong.
Y'all
I'm
gonna
glad
have
Zach's
to
the
let.
one that backed
And
it
she
up.
like strips
Oh.
a grapefruit clean.
I
No,
believe
no,
I've
she puts
seen
the
it,
top-
but
listen.
like,
It's
Here's the
gross.
deal.
I gotta
You-
verify.
listen, this is what you do.
From what I've heard, the flesh of a
Your vape's
grapefruit.
It's falling.
Does she like turn it inside out?
No,
No.
she just like
Put
makes
your
a
cock
hole.
through it.
She cuts it like in a slice, and then cuts a hole, and just
No slices. No. She puts the she takes the grapefruit, cuts a hole in it.
yeah.
Oh
Put
my
your
god,
cock through
there
it
might
and
be
then,
more than
like,
one video.
Hand jobs
It's
you.
not. I don't think it's the
Right?
whole grapefruit.
It is.
It's
No,
not
they
whole
cut it long ways, so it's like the whole
It's
whole
like the
round part of it,
circumference.
and then like
The
that.
Oh, it's a
OD,
slice.
the OD of the grapefruit.
Yeah.
The
all
outside
right, so there's
diameter
no
of the grapefruit.
penis.
No, there's a
no,
cock.
there's. I mean,
Listen to me.
is
You
your
take your
penis
grapefruit, you
need
put
to
your hard cock through the grapefruit. She then fucking vacuums that shit.
Supposedly the flesh of
All right,
the
so I'm
grapefruit.
watching
I'd,
this. Like,
I'd
I'm
honestly
actually
not so
experiencing
fast.
this.
She's mad. She looks
Two-handed
I gotta be honest with you. I don't think I'd fuck a
I
grapefruit.
feel like it would sting her dick, like in.
Right? I feel like a little bit. You get some.
All right,
of the-
That's the
Guys,
pleasure
I
of
already
it.
said I'm gonna try it. I
Let
will
us know.
get back to you with the results.
Podcast episode 4. Josh
it.
fucked a grapefruit.
You know what? I'll do it maybe Monday.
Well, Sam fucked a turtle.
Will that
So.
fit in your schedule?
That,
there,
that
fucko?
might fit
It's
into my
perfectly fine with me. Whatever you guys want to do in your bedroom, it's
a turtle. It was
y'all
a
bet.
frog.
Sam fucked a turtle.
It wasn't a turtle. It was a frog.
It was a turtle.
Was it?
what?
We burned it.
Wait, for clarification.
It's not a real
Alright.
turtle.
It's
You
not
gotta
it's
put
a
that-
real turtle.
Let's put that into context.
I don't think
No,
you
it's
need.
not a real
My
turtle.
man didn't go to SeaWorld and just pick up a random turtle and have some fun with it.
Where can you pick up a turtle?
I don't know. Go to SeaWorld.
SeaWorld,
I
Miami.
bet they have a turtle.
Sam
They
thought
let
it was
you
like
pick up.
I'm sure they got a couple.
Listen, anything you can try.
Sam thought it was like the
anything. You can
Pinocchio of
fuck
turtle
anything.
dolls, and he fucked it.
If you
and
try
thought
hard.
it was
Man's not
a
wrong.
real
If you
turtle.
try hard enough.
If you make a hole, you can fuck it.
Not at all.
It's easy.
These
It's
are
easy to dig a hole
false
and to build a pole.
statements,
So,
fake
Do you
news.
know that turtle that we burned and then threw?
Yeah, it was that one.
It was there for years.
Congrats, you
That
Oh,
was
okay.
there for like 10
fucking
no, not 10 years.
murderers.
5 years.
Sam,
That was there for
Oh, you
Was
have
that
no
your
idea.
first?
Me and
What?
Caleb
Was
know
that
some
your
shit
first?
about
No,
killing.
it was like
Wait,
my second
hang
or
on,
third.
hang on,
Chris.
hang on.
yeah, you didn't say anything. I'll give you that.
I burped into the mic. Everyone heard it.
Oh man. I mean, I would too.
Right?
Yeah, I would too.
Moving
Sorry,
forward.
I'm smacking my beer can on.
I am going to.
Sorry.
Yeah, they can
Alright.
hear it.
All right, so it is.
Sorry, gentlemen.
What's the date?
The 6th of
April
April.
6th.
April.
And you're
6th,
probably not hearing this until
2019.
You're not hearing this
February of
till
We're
next
not
year.
gonna hear
Yeah.
this till like. yeah.
So Trump got elected again, huh? Wow, crazy.
Stop it, you.
That'd be 2
Stop
years
it.
from now.
Choo choo, just keeps on going, baby.
Yay, politics.
No collusion.
You can tell you gave
I'm
Zach
not.
a couple
No.
beers and
I've
politics.
had and beer.
And beer.
And you're shaking the whole table, smashing shit.
Fucking Parkinson's.
Hulk
feet.
smash.
Lightweight.
All right, so
Oh,
oh
yeah,
yeah,
Ross, you
I'm a
wanna talk?
lightweight.
Yep.
What? Who was?
Yeah.
Hang on,
We'll
hang
talk
on.
about it
No,
later.
no, no. Who was trying to fuck the waitress at Mohegan's?
Yeah,
this one.
I'll
mean,
admit that.
I mean, Rosser was
She
feeling
was-
it.
I
She
need a
was
fidget
real
spinner.
cute.
Ross
Yeah,
was
real
like-
cute
Ross
in
was
like
like,
60.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real cute.
All right,
When
don't
they
try to
pulled
play
her
me
out of
because
that
I'll stand by
fucking
that
rice
till the end of
paddy.
the day. She was right. Because you know damn well when she was like 20,
Oh,
23, 22,
right.
she was looking real good.
Yeah,
I
looking
don't
real
give a
good
fuck.
in the
So don't try to
NBA
play me
uniform
right
with
now.
a fucking
Because I'll stand by
AK-47
that because she was still
shooting at
looking
GIs.
Who are we talking about?
random
But we
person
were at
from.
the-
He
She was like a Vietnamese lady, like she was serving us right.
For what?
I
We
gave her
went to
like
the buffet, and this
$15
one's
tip.
drunk,
Real
hitting on
kid.
the fucking Vietnamese war wife.
The
She was, like,
50-year-old
60
Asian.
and-
You know
Okay.
the only reason she's here is because her husband bombed her village.
Okay, what? Stop.
Yeah, seriously.
Stop.
She was cute.
What did I just fucking say?
She
quiet.
was cute.
Yes.
And I'm gonna
Zach,
end
the
it
only
like
reason
that.
you're
She
here
was
is
real
because your
cute.
ancestors fled after the war.
And if you're hearing this right now, baby,
No,
I
that's
love
why
You ever
I'm
seen
here.
Brazil Boys or whatever that fucking movie is? What's the one where they go
Oh
to
my
Brazil and they
God,
got the Hitler
please.
clones?
Yeah, yep, you're right. That's also an
This
Archer.
week sponsored by the Trump Foundation.
No,
No.
they wouldn't give us money.
A small loan of $1 million.
I wish. Do you know what I would?
You
What's
know,
the odds do with
you
$1
know what
million?
we could do for the podcast with $1 million?
No.
Fuck no.
I would
I'll
run.
take that
I would
shit,
get
flip
elected.
it, make $3 million.
Zach, you wouldn't even win a
I'm
state.
dead.
I would
Yeah.
win 5 states.
I'll have
Yeah,
no.
Alabama, Mississippi, maybe Florida.
California.
I'll
You're
legal.
calling like
I'll make it
California.
legal to fuck your cousins.
Now
Woo, he
listen, I know
wins.
what your boys do
The South.
over here. You see? No, I would win California.
No, you wouldn't.
I would. I would win
Yeah,
California.
you know
You
what, Zach?
personally,
You know what,
Zach?
Zach?
I
I
personally
know
would
you
win
could
You,
too.
I don't think
you
you would.
person.
I know you could.
Yeah.
You know why I
could.
know you could?
Why?
Because you're not a sheep.
I'm not. Listen to me. I know. All right. I
We'll
know
leave it
what the
at
government's
that.
doing to the frogs. Turn them
We'll
gay.
leave it at
Those
that.
damn chemtrails.
Damn chemtrails. Can we tell Alex Jones is a fucking nutcase?
Yeah,
I love
Alex
the
Jones
guy,
on
but
the
he's a
podcast?
fucking
I'm
crazy.
be
guy.
honest
kind of
with you.
retarded.
I'm kind of
I'm
retarded.
kinda retarded.
That might be the greatest soundbite of
Ever.
history.
Just
I
ever.
love that. So I
What do
was.
you mean, kinda?
Question mark?
Hey, Chris, can we look
No,
up how
he's
much
not,
it is to get Alex
honestly.
Jones in a podcast?
You know what's
What?
fucked up?
$1?
A lot of the shit he said is true, and he proved it too. No. The owl god thing.
Yeah,
if
but
you
he
look
also
this up-
did crazy shit to get
Oh,
views.
absolutely, and I don't like the whole Sandy Hook thing, but he was totally right about Bohemian Grove, and people don't give him credit for that because that's fucked up. When
So
all
what's
the
the story
billionaires,
behind that? Bohemian.
yeah, Bohemian Grove is when I don't want to. This is paraphrasing because I don't know it off the top of my head, but basically, a bunch of the world's billionaires go out to this forest and burn a statue of an owl god. And fucking party and shit out
Are
there.
you-
This
are
is
you
all
serious?
true.
Holy shit.
You can pull this up. This is
Pull it up,
fucking
Chris, pull it
true.
up.
Pull up Bohemian Grove.
Okay, well, the first thing that comes up was that
Read the wiki.
This is fucked up. It's true.
is a restricted 2,700-acre campground at Bohemian Avenue in California,
2019.
belonging to private San Francisco. It's a gentleman's club.
Like,
Yeah,
no
it's
one-
like, it's
no
like the
one's
Masons, but they
And-
burn
No
a
one's
statue
like
of Moloch
normal.
Ball. I think it is.
Mid-July.
Or
Is
something
he from
like that.
fucking Star
no,
Wars
no,
or
no,
from
it's
Skyrim?
Skyrim. It's not Moloch Ball. I'm an idiot, but you know what I mean. It's some owl god. Molech the owl god, I think, and
Molech.
they burn a statue of it, and they fucking get crazy. It's true.
It's all like the
And then
most
they start
prominent men
fucking
in the
each other.
world.
Prominent men in the world.
Mid-July each year, they host more than 2-week encampment of some of the most prominent men
they're
in the
also
world.
in the Illuminati.
That's what people say. I don't believe it.
Confirm.
What is this Illuminati that we always been
Us.
conspirating since
It's
day
us.
one?
Please
Yeah,
don't
it's
come
us.
kill
We're all
us.
the richest men in the world.
So I will be.
I wish.
When I sell my patented fleshlight idea,
I hope when you are, you
Oh
take care of me,
my.
Daddy.
I will. I'll buy. I
Sell it to-
said this. I said this to the group a couple months ago. There was a Powerball for like $400 million, and I was like, I'll buy you all fucking Rolexes. I don't give a fuck.
I don't want no fucking Rolex.
Honestly, at that
Just give me
point,
some cash.
if you
Okay,
don't,
Rosser, I won't give you
honestly, at that point, if you
Okay.
don't,
You know what?
Give me
If you
cash,
win
give me
400
nothing.
million,
I'll
I'll
give you
take some
guys
dick.
some. I'll give
honestly,
you guys some
honestly, if
fucking-
you
no.
don't, then fuck you.
dick. Yeah, really. No, if you don't win the lottery and the first thing you do is give your friends and family money or something nice, go fuck
A
yourself.
gift.
Go
A
fuck
gift,
yourself.
period.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucked up. Cause like, especially like my parents, I would love to buy my parents like a nice house or like.
You guys are gonna
If
love the
let's
Tic
say like
Tacs
I
I'll buy
won the
you.
Powerball,
Yeah.
I'd
my
buy my
gift.
parents like a house in Hawaii.
Yeah, like a nice place just to retire. I would.
Yeah,
if
same, same.
First thing I would do if I had a lot of money, I would honestly buy myself something outrageous, and then just put.
I
the
think
rest
I
of
would
it
just
away.
start traveling immediately.
That's fair. That's
Easily.
where would
Yeah,
you go
same.
if you had like
No.
if you had like a free trip?
First, I
anywhere.
would buy a sick ass car and just travel America.
First
just-
of all,
That's a
Wing
cool
it and
idea.
just go and fucking hit the
I would
road
buy a house
and go
for
all
of
over the
us.
place.
Nice, just one house.
A
Go
neighborhood.
go everywhere.
Literally
and then
a
after
neighborhood.
you're
I
done
buy
with
the whole
that, then
cul-de-sac.
buy a house and dip to Europe after.
I would. I think I would do the same thing, but go to Europe, go to Italy with a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or something, maybe a Porsche, maybe a really nice
Oh, you
Porsche,
can do that at any point in
just
your life
rip
if you have
through.
$400 million.
Chevy Tahoe.
Exactly.
That's what I would cop.
Chevy Tahoe. Chevy Tahoe's a
Yeah,
nice
of
truck.
course.
Oh,
All
yeah,
you
get a pimped out Tahoe.
Shit, I need
Last
a whole
time we
shit.
went to
I'll buy a minivan.
the
I don't
bar
give a
in Hartford, I talked to a guy that sells the old
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen
buses.
No fucking
I
shit.
swear to God,
Did you
yeah.
get his number? I'm trying to
I
get
did
one.
get his number.
No, you did you really?
Yes.
Fuck me.
Yes,
I
Where
did.
is he based out?
And,
No, I'm serious. I've been wanting a bus
yeah.
and a Beetle for a long
That's
time.
what I'm saying.
I'm
Like
gonna get
we
one
can
soon.
like in the long run when we're all
Chris, you're making some
stable,
sort of face
whatever.
at me right now.
All right, hold up.
Are
guys.
you
Chris
reading
has
about
something to
Bohemian
say.
Grove?
I'm reading the
Because it's
Wikipedia.
fucked.
Did you know Amir made a song about that?
Who?
Amir?
Who that?
The American deathcore band Amir has a song written in reference to the Grove and the secretive meetings held there on their album Speaker of the Dead.
You know, I think
I messaged the group.
aren't they from Poughkeepsie?
No.
Are you sure?
They come there a lot, but they're not.
Also,
I'm
from
pretty sure Periphery
apparently,
Cars is from New York.
that
He's
He's
the
from New Paltz.
the
He's like
owl
15
burning
minutes
thing
from
is
us.
called
Me.
the cremation of
he's
care,
the-
and it
We
started
flew
back
the
in
Dream Theater before
1881.
ours, yeah.
He's there.
Anything that starts in the 1880s is not
That's why he's so good.
Just saying. If you're still doing
He
something
featured on his.
that you did in the 1880s
that
now,
album featured
you're
on First
fucked in the
Record.
head, kid.
Yeah, seriously.
I did not know that.
He's one of the
Especially
best
church.
So you know what I learned the other day? I learned you
Really good
could
stuff.
take
With
a
music and
fuel
pyrotechnics.
filter and turn it into a silencer for your gun. Not legally.
Well,
fuel
Here comes
Zach,
the
I'd
fucking
rather we not talk
FBI.
about this.
ATF.
If you have to say not legally.
No, I wouldn't do this, but they sell. So they sell. Fuel
We're not all
filter kits.
certified.
They sell fuel filter
Even
kits,
if you're
and you
certified,
go ahead and
it's
screw it on your fucking gun. You have a silencer.
Yeah.
How fucked up is that? How is that legal?
Wasn't
First
this
thing I
like
do
a,
is-
It's not. But
First thing I do is shoot the guy who watched me do it.
me.
Hey, Chris, what are we running for the timer now?
we're at 1 hour and 8 minutes.
We're been
We've been see this format. I think is a little better. Where we just kind of bullshit. It might be a little bit like we haven't really had much dead air.
I honestly, I say we just go until 9:30.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
good with
just
that.
keep
You
going.
guys, and we can
Yeah,
cut
just
it into
just a
two.
longer episode.
At this point, let's just keep going. Like,
Yeah,
what
I'm
else are
good
we
with
gonna
this.
do?
You guys good with
Good.
that?
Yeah,
I'm
let's
fine
go.
with
I'm
this.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah, I
let's
just want to
roll.
make sure we're.
And I can bail out at one. And if we can honestly split this into two.
I think we should honestly.
No.
We could no if we wanted to.
I think we should honestly
so
go
much
towards
work.
a topic on the next one. We should focus in on an early topic to
Let me say this.
to spread it out.
What do you? Speaking of travel, actually, where's the not unlimited money, but if you had just one free trip for a week, anywhere, all the food was free, everything was free, but for only for a week, and you can't do something crazy outrageous, something you'd be able to afford, but it's
Yeah.
just free.
Yeah.
What would you go do and where?
Ooh.
I think I would go to Germany and
that's a
explore
good
the
question.
castles.
Wait.
That's
I
a
would
good.
really
That's a
do
good
that.
pick.
I would
That's a
really
good
like to
pick.
do that.
I'd go wingsuiting
Oh, you gotta have licenses
in
for
like
that shit.
Sweden. No, fuck that.
What do you mean?
You said I could do anything. So
No, anything you can afford.
Yeah, you can afford.
I can afford
You can
licenses,
afford
bitch.
I don't know. Talk to Joey about that one. He skydives or did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Honestly.
skydived 10 times or something.
Are they really?
Yeah,
He's-
nine,
yeah,
nine,
this
nine
motherfucker's
with an
don't have a
instructor, one
plane.
by himself. That's all I
Yeah.
know.
I'd probably go to Costa Rica again.
Costa Rica? I've never been.
Bahamas,
Beautiful.
man.
Yeah.
Bahamas is a lot of fun.
I want to go to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Bahamas
always.
was fun.
I want to go to like Pacific Islands, like fucking
Yeah.
Fiji.
Actually,
Speaking about traveling, I'm actually going to Mexico
Oh,
at the beginning of June for 10 days.
Sammy taco muffins.
I'm not going to
oh, it's
Mexico.
gonna be hot as fuck.
It is
No,
gonna be hot
yeah,
as
I
fuck.
know. I'm going for my girl's sister's wedding. But
That's cool.
keep in mind, this is their third freaking wedding.
Hey Sam, word to the wise.
What? Why is
Sam,
that
word to
ready?
the wise. Stay with the wedding party.
Wait, yeah, hang on. Why three
Don't
weddings?
All right,
run
so,
away in
um,
Mexico.
No,
yeah,
no,
don't
it's-
get lost, bro.
It's the same.
Porque Hebrew.
It's the same husband.
$1
but,
million in
same
America.
husband and wife, obviously.
Sure.
But she's Ecuadorian, so they had one in Ecuador. He's Mexican. The third one's in Mexico, and their second one was in the United States. And the reason why they do that is because, obviously, like, no offense to Ecuador, but it's a third world country, and not everyone can travel. So that's why they took the wedding there.
Racist.
And just so they can have everyone experience and see them get married, you know? So,
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a kind of
Where are you going
meet
in
me in the
Mexico?
middle type of thing.
Yeah, of course.
Where are you going to Mexico?
The
Um,
slums.
He's gonna end up like Modern Warfare 2
she
running through the
she
fuck-
told
That's
me
Brazil.
like multiple times where we're going, but
you just can't
honestly,
remember the
I
name.
just cannot remember the name for the
So you
life
might want to
of me.
brush up on some Spanish. for
Sammy
you, bro.
geography.
Oh,
muffins.
trust me, I am.
No, you're not.
I don't
No,
trust
you're not.
Me gusta.
Me gusta la chocha.
Shut the
Sam,
fuck up.
Sí.
¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Izquierda de
How
la.
do you say
You know the worst part is, I don't think he forgot the Spanish. I think he forgot where the biblioteca was.
Do you know what the biblioteca is?
You just feel like you know what the biblioteca is.
Izquierda de El
Just
Wiener
stop.
de Escuela.
That doesn't even mean anything. It means dick
It
in
means
school, but,
nothing.
like,
Yo que necesito El Wiener de
All
guys
you need to
remember
know
that
is
time-
yo quiero una cerveza.
yes,
all
so
set.
that's how you. Yeah.
Yo quiero.
Taco Bell.
Yo
Un modelo, por favor.
quiero.
Sam's just
commercial
only,
Tequila.
he's just gonna say I
with the
want
dog? Yeah.
Ese
something.
modelo, por favor.
Taco Bell.
Sí.
If that happened
Modelo
now,
negro.
can I just say,
Oh,
if that happened
I
now,
don't-
they would
they
get
would be
fucking
I don't like
blasted.
Modelo
What?
Negro.
They've been crucified. Yeah.
Nah.
Same thing with like The Office. I was
racist.
I was watching a Twitter thread today about The Office. I know Josh and Caleb hate it, so I won't
Fuck
talk about it
The
for too
Office.
long. But they were saying how Jim would have been like a sexual assaulter,
I saw
and
that
like
thing,
how
yeah.
all this shit,
Yeah.
and like Michael would have gotten arrested, and like, and it's a good
Well,
point.
yeah,
Like,
of
if this show
course,
aired
yeah, but-
nowadays, this show would be on the air for 5 minutes before someone got
Everyone's
a fucking
soft
thing.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Facts. That microphone
Like-
pickup is gonna be soft as fuck.
Yeah,
You
Ross,
gotta
you're gonna
get
talk
into
to
it,
me.
Mike.
Zach,
Wait, you
Yes.
mean it doesn't come out?
I just started just as like something to go to sleep to watch for How I Met Your Mother.
Oh,
I'm like
okay.
rewatching that. I'm like, wow, this would not be okay
No,
on today's
it
TV.
really
and it's
wouldn't.
just 10 years ago. It's
No,
crazy.
not at all. And not even 10, like 5.
Well,
for
no,
the
it
later
first aired in
episodes.
About when it first
Yeah,
aired.
yeah. It's crazy to me how and
Bro,
like,
Like how many
30.
references there are about like, oh, you're gay, and like that's like derogatory.
And
like,
I
in the
really
show. Like,
understand,
that's not
but,
okay
like,
now.
people would be like,
Everyone
oh,
is getting
yeah.
more educated upon like all these things that are going around town and
what
what's
being
going on
gay?
around. No, like like everyone's
I'm a
intelligence is
mixologist.
only like growing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. No. I
Yep.
get it, but like,
So no, like I understand it, but like there's got to be a fine line between like okay, like no one's really like making fun of you, and like between like okay, someone's actually like homophobic or like
Racist.
Oh,
or
but, like,
racist
Ross,
or like
that
this,
offended me.
I've really never met a homophobic
Hey, bro.
person. I've
Yeah,
met like
I've-
one homophobic person, like legitimately homophobic.
Yeah, I've never.
And it's fucked up, but
Yeah, but like
Someone
to
who's, like-
assume that everybody's either racist, homophobic, or hateful.
that's when you get
It's
fucked.
just you're making yourself look
Everyone
like an
makes
asshole.
Alright,
jokes
listen.
about every single thing. Like
Exactly.
everyone makes jokes about white people, black people, straight people, gay people.
Jews.
You know
Jews,
what? We were just
Mexicans,
talking about this
Mexicans,
today
this
in
and
my
that,
in my work.
like-
Yo, this woman walked into the dealership and she walked right up to me and I said, "Hey, how are you?" with a smile on my face, and she goes, "Do you have any female salespeople?" And I'm like,
Sure, but why? I'm
"Find
not-
her, like, go ahead."
Yourself.
And then
did
she's
Ruth
like,
Bing
"Oh,"
say?
and like walks in, and I'm like,
And-
if I walked into a store and said, "Do you have
Would
any
be mad.
male?"
If you
I'd
went
get
to
the look of a
GameStop and there was a
lifetime and probably be
woman-
like, "I can serve you." Or what?
Like,
I-
look, I don't
Fucking
and I-
know,
No,
like-
listen, I've said this before, and people are gonna think like, oh,
wrong.
no. I mean, people are gonna think I'm an asshole when I say this, but I
Well, you are an asshole.
am. An
yeah,
asshole.
well, yeah. I mean,
But I would
Listen,
consider
we're all
myself.
assholes, so
I
if
would
you
consider
hear you,
myself a
you're
feminist.
I'm the
I think
nicest
that,
I like
fucking
to see
person.
myself as
Yeah.
not
Ever.
such. a
I consider myself a
Ben, you're
feminist.
Just
seeing
kidding.
wrong.
I
We're all
have
assholes.
the utmost respect for the women in my life. I think that my mother, huge influence on me, and someone I have a ton of respect for, just the way she can,
coming
as
from the
you
guy who
should.
breastfed until he was 19.
yes, someone who the way she, acts, the way she controls herself, everything. Huge respect for her. Girlfriend works super hard. I love her. She's great. I would consider myself a feminist, but I think that people, and this isn't just a woman thing, I think that people who play the victim card should go fuck themselves.
Yeah, seriously.
Because people
seriously.
have-
Everyone's in
seriously.
agreement.
People have different
True.
struggles in life, and I can admit that. I've probably had it easier. I grew up with some money. I grew up in a good home. I got lucky.
Expendable income
It-
or disposable income.
disposable income.
Full income.
But and I was luckier than some people. But I've also worked really hard in my life to have certain things, and because of my upbringing doesn't determine how hard I'm going to work in the future, or my character. I choose to be the person that I am, and I think for the most part I'm a decent person, other than on this podcast, and on
Xbox.
and on Xbox. But like I consider myself a decent person. I work hard. I try to be nice to people. And I think that people get so caught up in this whole like I'm a victim thing. It goes like the ability to like work hard for yourself goes away because you're expected to. People want to have things handed to them because they feel like they're a victim.
Because we're all special snowflakes.
Yeah.
That need to have, like, we're all special. We all have to have everything handed to us.
Yeah, and I think that there's.
I think that's the absolute wrong mindset.
One thing I will say though about
free college.
Yeah, exactly.
Free college.
Well, we can
Exactly.
talk about that. I actually think that.
I think college should be fair, though.
Oh yeah,
It shouldn't be
most
this
definitely.
ridiculous pricing.
I
But
think
I
it
shouldn't
should
be
not
able
be
to get
free.
into Harvard for free.
No, because you have to work
Yeah,
hard to
yeah.
get there. I think there should be public colleges like there are public schools. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with a government run, and this is weird coming from me because I'm total anti-government. I love my country and I love people, and I would never hurt somebody who's not directly trying to hurt me. But I'm not a big fan of how big and bloated the government is. I think it's way overblown. They take a ton of money from the people. They control a lot of stuff they shouldn't.
Right.
But the one thing I do think is public schools are really good, and I think we should have public colleges.
Well, it depends what.
I think
depends
what
school
public
you're
school
at.
you're
It's
talking
good
about.
around.
Fair.
It's
Well,
good around
it's a good idea.
here.
It's a good. I should say it's a good idea.
Everything's
It's
good on
not-
paper.
I think that public
Everything's good on
schools.
paper.
I think that-
Everything's
That's
good on
such a
paper,
good
man.
point,
I think
yeah.
that public
But when
schools
you
need
implement
to
into
adopt
real
a
life,
new
that's
teaching
like-
method, though, like Montessori schools do.
What's Montessori school?
So Montessori schools, they pose problems, not solutions. So you let the kid figure out the problem on its own.
What is a
And-
Montessori school?
No, I'm just naming one school that I know. I forgot the exact name of it. I think it's like a.
No, it's Montessori.
Is it a
You're talking about
Montessori
where
school?
Maurice?
Yeah.
Maurice.
Well, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
understand what
So,
this
so
is.
anyways, the teachers teach differently than you would in a public school.
Sure.
So instead of teaching a kid how to get the solution, you teach the kid the problem and let them creatively
Their
find a solution. And then when they find the solution, you tell them, okay, this is why I found this. And you
Oh,
let
I
kids
like that.
and you let kids
Yeah,
learn.
that's how it should be.
Yeah,
That's exactly how it
interesting.
should be.
I really like
And then
that.
and then when you
Now-
go into like higher up stuff, that's when you introduce testing and
Interesting.
learning how to
look
actually.
into
No,
One of the
achieve
biggest
something.
issues I have when it comes to like teaching stuff like that is there's always this set way to do a thing. not-
Standardized
It does-
testing.
Yeah.
Yeah, standardized testing.
Because our public school systems are still like factory.
Outdated as hell.
They're still like based
Outdated
on
as
That's a
hell.
how
really good point.
old factory work.
Everyone
You have to
also
be-
listens at learns at a different pace, so it's
Yeah.
like
Well, public schools.
there's
are
a lot of
pretty good.
variables going to like learning and
And there's always
all
a
this and
prejudice
all
when it
that.
comes to certain teaching methods and like certain things. Like for instance, if I'm gonna go into one, my art class, I always butted heads with my teacher.
We should
This-
make teachers easier to fire.
Oh yeah, no.
Some
Well, I
teachers
drew a
should not
soldier
be
with a
teaching.
gun, and it was semi recently after the Sandy Hook shooting, and she told me that it was offensive to people and whatnot. No shooting going on, just like a soldier in it. And my buddy, who I won't name drop in this, had a very violent picture of someone getting cut by a sword, literally.
So
And
edgy.
That was fine, but because I had a gun in mine, it wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't implement those certain biases when it comes to teaching. You know, you got to teach the
Well,
material,
that's-
not just teach your own.
regardless,
You're-
all those
you're
biases
biased.
have to come in effect because they're all
No.
reality.
No, that's not
No,
true.
that's-
That's
all
not
the-
true at
Hang
all.
on, hang
That's
on,
not
hang
true at
on.
all.
all
I get
these
what
like
not true at all.
instances
Let
and
him
like
talk.
opinions and all circumstances, like their opinions like between every single like person on this entire planet. Like no one has a single like variant of like, oh, I think like this, I think like that. No, everyone completely thinks different. So you got to take all matters into perspective.
I completely
Okay,
agree.
so like all matters are like reality. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless of whether like the majority you think of like what okay, that's true, that's not true. Someone's like opinion like matters. Like regardless.
That's
Yes,
fair. I
yes,
only-
but
they-
I feel as though people should be able to develop their own opinion
And be able to
without
express-
doctrine.
Yes, and be able to express said opinion.
Because when the teachers for the past 9 years have the same exact views, it rubs off in a way of, yeah, that's what's the truth.
But who says like that's the truth though?
The people coming out of our public schools, coming out of our
But
colleges,
who says they're right though?
nobody,
Nobody.
because they're wrong.
Exactly.
Not always, not always. I think what
So
Ross
for the
was
most
saying,
part,
and I don't want to.
I get what you're
There's
saying.
no actual truth. Lies
no.
Between
Truth
like,
is relative.
I'm just going to use
Yeah,
this as an
relative,
example.
that's a great
I'm just
point.
going to use this as an example.
Truth is the
Socialism.
most relative
Why do
thing.
you think there's all of a sudden a giant burst of people talking about socialism?
Because it's on paper it's a good idea.
Yep,
People,
on
here's the thing,
Exactly.
These are all people who have not
And
experienced the real
who
world.
and who teaches what's on paper?
Well, okay, but that's
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
kind of reaching to an extent. I agree
Yeah, it
with you.
depends.
No, it's the
that,
truth.
No, I agree with you.
Hey,
that
what's
public
coming
schools
out.
have
Hold on,
racial
let-
bias, but so does everything.
Can I just say, yes, nowadays everything has it, but think about just some of your teachers you've had. Think
Oh
of,
yeah.
I mean,
No,
and
that's
I know
the truth.
you guys didn't go to a state school for college because you
No.
went into the trade, but I can tell you right now, there are a lot of things pushed on you because they don't have to follow anything.
Oh yeah.
No, and that's true. But again, I think this should teach you. You do your own research. Because
But not everyone wants
Yeah,
to
but-
do
not
their own
everyone
Yeah,
does.
research.
but
That's
Zach-
the problem. And
Zach,
that's the problem.
and
That's
Zach,
where you
the
get
other
this
problem
issue.
is they're not told to do their own research.
No, they
Everyone
should be.
learns at a
That's also a really good point.
like-
They should be told to do their own research
There's
because
no one mindset on any single subject
true.
regardless. Like even if it's like you agree on the same subject, like you have different variants between that subject that you like disagree and agree upon.
that's not the whole sandwich.
You know, like
I think there's
There's
so
so
many
many
things
different
that people
things, yeah.
people think are wrong with this country though, and there's really not that
there's
much wrong
so
with
many
this country.
different variables within between the truth that relies upon like this entire realm that like you can't even like agree upon. You could just learn from. You can't okay, I agree with this, I agree with that. No, you could just like, okay, that is what it was. What can make it to where it's like a positive situation and not a negative one?
In
You know what I'm
regards to
saying?
what? Like, what would be a negative situation?
Okay, so if we're like,
Us.
so what you think is like quote unquote a negative thing that's wrong with like anything?
Well,
Can you not make that situation better?
okay, sometimes.
And
yes.
there's people that have a better situation upon that, correct?
Yeah, okay, so you're saying like, okay, you grow up and you're poor, and someone else grows up and they're rich. You can make that situation better if you try hard enough. It won't always get better.
Yeah, but
you can try. I think I get what you're saying. I agree. I think
But-
that people you create your own reality when it comes down to it, and there are other factors. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, if you're poor and miserable, you can be poor and miserable, or you can try to be poor and happy. And I have a good job. I'm lucky enough to have that. I understand that, but I choose to be happy.
Yeah, but-
Regardless
yeah,
of
but
whether you're
there's-
poor and miserable, like
There's people flooding the waters there who were not successful. You know
and
what I
there's
mean?
people that are just people, but they don't really quote unquote matter, cause like we've created this subject to where these people matter who have these certain influence upon like the people, whatever people admire them in this force and that force.
He's
But
fine.
regardless,
After everything else,
there's
that's
these
fine.
people that quote unquote who we think matter, right? There's these people who have this better social status than other people,
Well, in their mind.
of course, in their
And in
mind, and
people's
that
minds.
no, and so and
Yeah, in
social
general people's minds. Yeah,
social
you're just right about
economics
that.
wise, we think they matter more than other people.
Because we give them that worth. Celebrities
Exactly.
don't matter any more than me.
Yeah,
Fuck them.
exactly. They
And
don't.
That's why I get so
But-
mad when they're like spitting their politics at me. I'm like, fuck. you,
Exactly, but
douchebag.
we portray them as like they have more influence than the common man.
Which they do
They don't.
technically. Well, they can reach more voices.
Yes, they can reach more voices, but regardless, they don't have the more influence than me or
yes,
you.
that literally means
Well, that is
they-
kind
I
of what.
That
I
is the
disagree-
definition of
yes,
influence.
Rosser, I
They don't
agreed
have
with
any
you up
more
until that point
Yes,
because
they
they
do.
literally have
Yes,
more
they
stopping
do.
power with that.
Yes,
Ross,
they do,
the-
but think about it. They don't.
No,
Well,
but
they really shouldn't, but they do.
no, influence and reaching people go hand in hand. So if you can
Okay.
only reach an audience of 20 people
Yes.
to spread your message, 20 people are influenced.
But we're
If-
equal. But we're equal. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, no, you're
that
not
we're
listening.
equal
Yes,
as
Rosser,
people.
Apparently,
yes,
they
that's
don't
what I'm
have
saying.
any
They
more
don't
work.
deserve to have the platform
Exactly.
most of the time.
We're
That's what
all
I'm trying to get
stinking
at.
pink on the
Like, I think-
inside.
I-
What's the difference?
Exactly.
Fuck.
It's just
What
all,
did you say?
Wearing. I said he goes,
all
we're
a matter
stinky on the
upon
inside.
this.
No,
like,
we're all stinky and pink on the inside.
It's big.
what is this
All this.
divulging into?
All right.
No, we're just.
No, so
Bam,
wait,
Cornelio.
finish
From
what you were-
politics to
No,
our stinky pink
It's not a
inside.
burger. That's a sandwich. Why are we all doing cornholio right now with our t-shirts?
Magnolia.
He put up his hood. I didn't
Who
wanna
said
feel
everyone?
I need piccata for my mango.
Yeah, I thought we were just all doing some crazy shit.
Chris is like Eminem.
All right, Red Dead Redemption.
Chris is, yeah, really fucking. I need money, Arthur.
I have a plan.
Listen, Arthur, I have a plan. I just need a little money.
You sound like
Why does he
Nico
sound
when
like
we're playing
Adam
Monopoly.
Sandler?
Yeah, you sounded like Waterboy.
Gatorade.
Gatorade.
My
Mama
mama
said-
said that.
Mama-
that-
She's not the devil.
said-
This is going
Fucking
great.
love Billy
My
Madison.
mom-
I'm loving this, honestly.
This is
My
fun.
mama
Ben
said.
Franklin wasn't the devil. He
We should have called it at 9. We had a great
I
flow
tried,
going,
man.
That would've been
Chris,
good.
I tried.
and then we just kind of this
Guys,
happened.
My mom texted me.
Did you get your snacky poo?
I did have a snacky food at her house today. I had to buy water. Those are great, by the way. If you guys ever
Remember
have
when
those?
Zach's mother outed him for being autistic?
I'm not autistic.
That was
Fuck
hilarious.
off. Okay, she didn't out me for being autistic. One, I'm not autistic. I'm slightly autistic. I gotta be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. No, she goes. I was telling her how we took an autism test, and out of all our friends, I scored the lowest, and that means I'm apparently.
I don't think you did.
I did, cunt.
I don't think you did.
I did.
He did.
Go
He did.
back.
He did.
I fucking did. We talked
He did.
about this, and I can back this up with fucking.
It was
evidence.
over Xbox.
did.
He did.
I scored the lowest, which means I was the least autistic. Now everyone, of course, said this is backwards. You're clearly the most.
Hey,
and
who got the highest?
Caleb was one of the highest.
That was
along with,
me.
one of our other friends, I believe. I
What?
don't wanna
Wait,
name
what'd you?
drop him.
It was out of.
I don't remember,
It was
but
out
You
of.
was like a 30.
I was medium.
It was out of
yeah.
30,
you were
right?
medium
I was
autistic. Like, you were
medium.
medium well autistic.
Or
I mean,
what-
I didn't talk till I was
medium
3
well?
years old.
What was out
That's
of?
What?
actually an autism thing. Yeah.
I didn't talk until I was
Same
3 years
though.
old.
I didn't either.
So?
and
Like I was
now
like,
haven't
I'd be
stopped.
noisy and I'd be like, when I would motion to stuff to what I want. I didn't talk. And then just in the
Really?
middle of dinner one night, 3 years old, I just started spouting full sentences.
You still do that?
Yeah.
You do make
On
noises
Xbox.
sometimes. Still.
I do.
Bro.
On Xbox, we'll be like, "Where's Caleb?" It's like,
That's because
And then he'll be like,
shit.
"Oh no!"
True.
So are we
Yeah,
gonna?
like
So are we not gonna finish that
wrap it,
story?
actually.
Wait, are we not gonna finish this?
$16.
What story?
You didn't
Oh,
say the
well,
part where your
I
mom
mean-
said
oh,
you're
yeah,
definitely
my
on the
mom-
spectrum.
My mom jokingly texted me in front of
You
all
have
the
to
guys and was like, "Oh,
research
you're
your-
fucking retarded," and then yeah.
No,
Now
you
I'm on
you
the
you asked her
Well, no, I
or
was-
something, and then you said, and she goes, "Well, you're definitely on the spectrum."
Yeah,
What was
Yeah.
the score out of though?
it was at
like-
like 50. Yeah.
was
Yeah,
out of
something like
50.
that.
Oh yeah, you didn't get medium. You got full blown
You
autism.
were-
No,
by the way.
no.
well,
he
no. Oh,
he
yeah.
was
It was
high
like
medium.
there was like none to severe, and I was like medium.
Soon.
Yeah,
By the way, we gotta wrap this.
I remember.
it was.
I kind
We're
of
still
want
talking
to
about the
retake
That's
this
fine.
again.
Yeah, I'm just saying we gotta wrap this in a bit.
We should all take it.
Take
This is
time
like
out.
what? What are
right
we at?
now.
Almost 2 hours.
No,
No,
We've
we're
been
only
hour
going
and
like
20.
15 minutes after we asked last time. We're at like 128.
Am I retarded? I might be.
I mean, we should
There it is.
we pause it?
And there it is, everybody. All
Fuck, apparently not.
Apparently not.
I guess they weren't wrong.
right,
Here we are.
everyone want to say a goodbye thing?
That sounds like a
Keep
good
it
plan,
short
I
and
think,
simple.
yeah.
Just
Yes, sir.
Russ,
This-
why don't
Peace,
you take us
bitches.
out?
all right.
Why don't
I'm
I
out.
take a
You
hoop?
take us out.
A hoop? All right, and
Fucking guy.
where the fuck did my watch go?
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is episode 3 of Products of Our Environment.
It is
Thank
not
you.